If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I've piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello, and welcome to ShadowCon.
My name's Dave from Monkey Fun Studios, and you are watching ShadowCon on Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. Today we're going to be playing a game that just recently came out from Monkey Fun Studios. We just finished our Kickstarter about 30 days ago or so, called A Town Called Malice. And this particular game, we are going to be playing the name of the playset is called Who Will Stop the Rain. And we will introduce our players.
Oh, going over here first. Hi, I'm Mac, usually, and right now, apparently. I don't know. I can't keep track anymore.
Totally Mac.
Hi, I'm Tappy, and I am drinking a beer and looking forward to playing a game.
I am Pooja. Coming in totally blind. Totally blind.
Hi, I'm Gina, and I'm excited to play this game. I've been waiting to play this game for a while.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
one of the things, hey Pooja,
Yeah.
have you ever played this game before?
No.
Well, why don't I tell you all about it?
Yay!
All right.
Story
So,
time.
Absolutely. In fact, that is such a great segue because we are playing a story game. Ooh. So
I'm sorry, this is not what I was here for.
no, very flip the table. So
Somebody
specifically,
give me a table flip and shit.
yeah. So specifically, this is not a game that's normally based off of stats. This is a game where we are developing the relationships and we'll be building the story together in the overall narrative. Now, this is based off of a system called the Story Pillar system, created by Jason Olson of Home by Dark and Protagonist Industries. So our story has three specific pillars to it, which are the elements of what the story will be. There is what's called the event. That is the event that everybody in the town will be preparing for. There is a darkness, which is threatening us. And then there, of course, is a dead body. Now, before we get into the pillars, we're going to actually...
Of course there's a dead body.
Hello? That's fine.
What's
So,
Infernal Mustard?
no, I'm not going to
Oh,
say
we're
it.
not playing that game?
Do you want to play that game?
Yes.
Okay.
Always.
So,
So we're now.
so now we're going to play. All right. So
Names.
one of the things. So instead of having actual stats to our characters, we have archetypes that we're playing. I'm not scared of your ass.
You invited me here. It's your fault.
I know it is. All right.
I'm like, please play in my game.
Hey, please be my friend. I'll be there. All right. So sorry.
I'm gonna like you.
Best video ever. Best show. Okay, we may even play a game sometime within the next 4 hours. All right, so everybody's playing an archetype. So everybody has a character sheet in front of them, which is the archetype which they're playing. And I am specifically playing the law.
I'm eating a slice of apple. Also, I'm playing the criminal.
I am playing the local.
I'll be playing the medic.
I am playing this stranger.
Excellent. So everybody, part of your archetype is the fact that you have a personal goal, and your personal goal is there. For instance, as the law, my goal is always to maintain order of the town. We're going to be building the town together, but first I wanted to make sure everybody understood that just because you have a goal doesn't mean you are a good person or a bad person. You may interpret it that any way you particularly want. Now, as I said, everybody here has relationships to one another. The town is very small, and what we're going to do is we're going to base it. Well, first of all, has everyone chosen a name? Excellent.
Yes.
Natasha Popova. We have Vitaly Gremov.
at you.
Lena Krakova?
Elena Krakova. I am, of course, Commissar Gravenko, and
I don't know.
Gina didn't do shit.
No, I did produce.
She was doing like getting us up and into
Yeah.
the world things.
The
Oh,
nice
is
thing
that
you're
the part that we're
stranger,
talking
so
about?
it could be whatever name you want it to be.
That's true. You don't even have
I
to. Now,
could be from the south.
Yeah, you could
Actually-
be Bob Johnson.
one of the things to point out for
Bob
this
Johnson.
particular game is that before we started, we all came up. I think it was you who said we were going to play Russians. Is that correct?
Well, somebody suggested Russia, and I said yes, and then things happened.
No, it was that you should be a commissar.
Oh, that's
instead of
right.
Commissioner,
Yes,
and
yes.
then yeah.
So,
And things just went downhill from there.
so one question I have for everybody: are we doing it pre-fall of the Soviet Union, or in the current lovely state of Russia?
I think I'd prefer the current lovely state of Russia
Okay.
because, like, I don't know, there's a lot of like hang-ups and control and stuff before, and now it's a little more freeform.
Sure.
Plus, I can wear a tracksuit,
Yes, you can.
so
Absolutely.
I want to wear a tracksuit.
Okay.
Wait, you couldn't wear a tracksuit pre-full?
Well, they wouldn't really have tracksuits, I think, back in the 70s.
Well,
I
or
thought
80s.
that's when
Tracksuit
that.
wears
I
you.
thought that's like how that happened.
And I think it happens. I think tracksuits were a thing here in the 70s,
Oh.
but I don't think they were a Russian thing then. But I could be wrong. I don't know that much about.
We'll say it's
Soviet
current.
Russia.
That's fine. So
If I can wear a tracksuit, we can be in Soviet Russia. That's fine.
you can wear a tracksuit in Soviet Russia.
Okay, let's be in Soviet Russia then.
Okay, we will. All right. So because we're building the town of Malice,
Malus.
we all add a location to the town. For instance, as I said, that as the law, I add specifically the police station to the town. Now, because of the place that there's also what's known as the river, we'll name the river in a few, but right now I'm just saying that the police station is there. So please name what your location is going to be. And it can be anything. For instance, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hospital. It can be a medical station, or it can be a veterinarian, or whatever you like. So,
Okay.
Our town called Zloba.
okay. So,
It's
what-
like I'm just gonna look up random Russian translations for things.
I'm adding Ivan's Bar.
Ivan's Bar. Excellent.
Awesome.
Okay. Gina.
I'm gonna add, and that's what this for.
Mhm.
That's what these are for. I'm trying to decide if I want like a trade place or you have the cop shops on there
Yep.
and Ivan's Bar,
And the river.
the river.
What have we named the river?
The
Sticks.
Volga.
I'm gonna add.
No, I want Pooja to name the river because she's been checking it out.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking. I'm looking. Stop splitting my attention, my focus. I'm
I
trying to
know.
think of a name for a. Because the doctor adds the infirmary, or the medic adds the infirmary, but I want like a whatever they call the infirmary
Body
in a
shop.
soldier's barracks kind of
What's it?
infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
It's a
remember
car
what it's
place.
called.
Yeah.
Words.
This is a place. It's a body shop place, like not where you get tattoos and scarification, but like.
Now,
car stuff.
specifically look at the locations that you have available to
Oh,
you.
that's thank you.
Do you
Oh,
want
I add
like
the hub?
like a field hospital kind of thing?
Like a MASH.
But you,
Well,
Field
a MASH is a
hospital.
unit.
Oh, that's true.
I
Field
didn't actually
hospital.
read
Thank
that part.
you.
I
was
just made a
like,
bar
don't
anyway.
understand what I'm looking for.
That's because it's
Google
entering
is
your
not helping me.
I was gonna
Your-
say I
your-
see. I have to add a hub.
your karma.
So
Criminal.
I'm adding the cafe that is called the Kamchatka Crab.
Okay, the Kamchatka crab.
Yes, that is it.
And I should not add another bar though, because I'm adding a hub.
Also, it is.
Yes. So because you're the stranger, you are arriving
Yeah.
into the town. So
Right.
therefore,
So I'm adding-
you are indicating how you got into town. So it could be an
Yeah.
airport, train,
Oh,
bus.
that kind of hub. It says connection point, so I was thinking, gotcha.
Right.
My brain was in a different place, so I like it. It's going to be an airport.
Military airport, of course.
What? No.
In the Soviet Union.
I don't know. Are they all military airports? This is just a little airport.
Okay. Sure.
I'm,
Sure, it doesn't belong to
Yeah.
the military.
Oh, wow.
Wink.
yeah.
So I guess
I'm not in
Kamchatka
the
crabs have
military.
wingspans of like 6 feet.
That's upsetting.
I'm uncomfortable.
We
That's
could.
giant.
So there in front, there's like a big animatronic crab that you have to go through.
That thing is probably life size because that thing's
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
Is this restaurant directed by Ridley Scott? Like,
Okay. It can be, if you wanted to be military, it totally can be.
Okay, so the field hospital, the Irtish, and then the river. There is a river, Yenisei, which I think is a fun name, or Volga.
The Lena River,
Oh, I know. I saw that and I was like, taken. Thanks.
the Kama River, the Ural River.
Angara, the Angara River,
These are all very large.
We'll choose
rivers, too.
Angara. That's fine.
The Tom River.
the
Tom.
Ural
Yeah,
River.
Tom, Tom.
We'll go with Angara. That's easy.
There's 500 miles of it.
So we have the police station, we have the military airport, we have Ivan's Bar, we have the field hospital, and we have Kamchatka Crab Cafe. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
So everybody, because you've actually added a location, you also add a civilian that would be somebody that would always be there. And that's basically an NPC that'll be coming up at any given moment. For instance, at the police station, there is political officer Pushkin. So,
Okay.
would you like a green one?
yes, I would.
Do you like a green one?
No.
Nice.
Would you like a blue one?
No, good one's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Taco.
This is it here. You put the person on the green. I'm not sure how to spell this, but security officer. That part I know how to spell. I'm just gonna phonetic. Misha's last name is Vasily. Vasily.
There we go.
Cool.
I'm going to add the barkeep who doesn't have a last name because I couldn't think of one. Her
Okay.
name is Elsie.
Oh, then somebody else can come up with that.
Bad enough.
Bad enough.
It's not good, but it's bad enough.
No, I'm just thinking like Natasha.
Yeah, I know.
Boris, okay.
I didn't know
I
Boris
was
and
like,
Natasha.
Boris and Natasha.
I don't know how to spell that. I'm going to just write it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I wasn't sure.
I'll say Badnova because it should have probably an A on the end because it's.
I once knew
I
Natasha
am
was
going
married to a
to
Boris.
add the patient,
The perennial patient.
the perennial patient,
Okay.
who is Ruslan Fedotov.
Fedotov?
Nice.
Fedotov? I feel like Fedotov works better in my mouth. So.
Describe her.
He is.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yes. Basically, he's one of like the local guard
Okay.
who is constantly coming in for like some, like mostly made up, like stomach ache, like sore throat, whatever he can do to try to cry off doing any of his duties. Like
Okay.
anytime he has like a job that he doesn't want to do, which is almost all of them. Mm-hmm. He's in the field.
He's lazy.
Okay, so actually, what we'll say is that not only is he the perennial patient, but he's Officer Fyodotov. He should be at the police station, but he never is because he's always calling in sick to say, "Oh, I am so sorry, Commissar. I am not feeling well. I need to go." Yes.
It's like, you know, this chronic chest pain, like,
Yes.
and then I've been like coughing up and the mucus, and it's green. And
All right, all right. Do not tell me anymore.
Doctor says I should be not near cold.
Okay. All right. What about you, Vitaly?
I am adding the waitress,
Okay.
Olga Lepeshinskaya.
Sure. Okay. Tell us about Olga.
Olga was a ballet dancer,
Oh, please write that to her card, please.
but since it's not if you get hurt, it's when. She got hurt early on in her career, and now that was 30 years ago.
I see.
And she has managed to do none of the great things that she was supposed to do when she was working so hard.
A good thing we are part of the glorious Russian Soviet state, so there's a place for everyone. That's right. Tell us about Elsie.
I just decided she is Ivan's widow.
Really? Oh, write that down. So as what you're seeing, of course, is that all story games, we are developing the overall narrative and we're collaborating together to be able to make these things. And there are certain situations, for instance, if we wanted to say one of the civilians is associated with one of the players, we can do that. As long as, of course, that there is communication and there's acceptance between the two, because we always want to make sure everyone's comfortable at the table. So, what? For the police station, I created Political Officer Pushkin. Political Officer Pushkin is a hardliner who was originally part of the revolution back in the 30s. He's 75 years old, but for whatever reason, he pissed off Stalin, and so he was sent out here near the Angara River. Okay. And the airport security officer, Misha Vasily. Tell us about Misha.
Misha Vasily is, I think, was not able, or would like to be, has not been able to pass like an entrance exam, maybe a field physical exam test to be an actual officer. So is a security officer at the airport, knows all the stuff, very knowledgeable, wants everyone to know how knowledgeable she is.
Oh, of course.
But her desire is to be on the actual force.
Excellent. Now, you're probably saying, who's going to play these characters? These characters can be played by everybody at the table.
Oh, cool.
I am not actually being the game master for this. I am facilitating it. But what's going to happen is when scenes actually take place at the airport, somebody else at the table who is not involved in the scene will end up playing Security Officer Vasily. And we'll see that as it goes. But just to explain that the characters that we're developing here are not just collaborative, but they will be played collaboratively as well. All right, so we have everybody's NPC or civilians played. So now we're going to actually talk about the relationships with everybody. So what you'll see here are 5 black chips and 5 white chips. Now, each one of us takes 1 chip. We don't flip it over for right now, and just take it, and the white will be good relationships and black will be bad relationships. I will let Matt go first. Go ahead. Yeah, just choose.
Okay.
You don't choose anything beyond just the chip itself, so don't worry about that.
So it's not black or white when we choose it.
Can be whatever you want it to be right now. Okay, so you're choosing a black one, okay? And you're choosing a white one, okay?
Oh, I thought it didn't matter.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter if who you set it next to. We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay, cool. I'm
Okay.
cool with my choice, though.
Okay, Mac,
All right.
pick another one, because everyone picks 2, but we all get a chance.
Cool.
Okay, so that leaves ours very straightforward.
That is fine.
Okay.
Balance in life. Balance in the table.
Yeah.
So,
Bouncing the force.
what these things mean is what the relationship is going to be by the people on our left or right. So, just to show the dichotomy of this, even though I'm playing Commissar Gravenko, the law, and Mac is playing, I want to make sure I get it right, Natasha Popova, the criminal, I don't have a bad problem with the fact that I know where she stands. She may be the criminal element, but she's good. She's a good communist, and that's what's important right now. So I have a good relationship with Natasha. Please.
On the other hand,
You can
I
do it.
have a very poor relationship
Sure.
with Commissar Kravenko because, yeah, good communists perhaps, but yeah, we just don't see eye to eye on what is legal.
Okay. Sure. Okay. And legalities. Sure. Okay. All right. And so, but that's what we're going to do. And so I have a black chip, so I'm going to say I do not trust the stranger, who I do not know anything about yet.
Cool.
So please.
I have a good relationship with the local, but mostly because I deal to the local with my signature moonshine.
Oh, is that what you make? You make
Yeah.
illegal.
Well, moonshine, but I also sell to the underage
No, that's fine.
children.
So let's actually say that you. Let's add to the card that you create illegal alcohol.
On which card do you want?
Well, that you sell it to Vitaly. Oh, and that's why you and I don't have a good relationship, because I don't know about the alcohol business.
Yes.
Right.
There you go. I know that you actually smuggle cigarettes, but,
Oh, yeah.
but not the alcohol. The alcohol you're still keeping from me, which is why there's a strained relationship.
Yeah,
on your
just
part.
cigarettes.
That's right.
I don't know why I have this accent all of a sudden in Russia.
It's okay.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, forget about it.
I'm from the Long Island part of
Russia.
Russia.
Okay.
It's like how Sean Connery is from the Scottish part of Russia.
Lithuania, yeah. Because everyone from Lithuania has a Scottish accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely every Spanish immortal
There you
Yeah.
speaks just like Sean.
But they're
Technically,
really,
he
they're
was
really
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Spain, but I'm really Egyptian.
Really? Okay, we'll go with that.
Just smile
Actually,
and nod.
Has anybody seen Chernobyl yet?
No,
Not yet.
No.
So one of the funniest things is that they have like these coal miners that come up, and so all the coal miners, they told all the cast do not to put on a fake Russian accent, just do your normal. But all of the people who were the miners all played with like these just great Cockney accents, where you could tell that they were street guys, and even though that they're not. You could tell that even the other people are going, all right, these guys we don't want to be around, because they played the Cockney accent. So anyway, so what about you?
Okay, so I think that Vitaly has a good relationship
Sure.
with the medic
Okay.
because they grew up together.
Okay.
They're like childhood friends.
All right, but you don't have a good relationship with Natasha? You don't have a good relationship with Natasha?
No, I haven't put it down yet. I'm still deciding on it because I
Now
already
again,
have a good relationship there.
you could switch it back.
So they did matter what we picked up.
It did matter in the terms that it will define
Yeah.
relationships that you have,
So
but
you
you
don't
can
flip it.
sit. Not at this time.
Gotcha.
That's an actual act that we'll get to.
Cool.
With you.
So you're saying if Teppy had a black and a white one had to be
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
I think
Gotcha.
the local does not get along with the law.
Okay, it'd be specifically to Mac itself.
Yeah,
Oh, it has to be
it
here?
has to.
Yeah.
Our
Oh, okay.
relationships are to the left and right. Okay.
Right.
I was not aware of that. I
That's
thought it
okay.
was-
It's a little bit easier when it's a smaller group, because then it's a lot closer in terms of that. But for this, it's easier just to have it to the left and right. Not only
So
that.
you have a good relationship with me,
Right.
But my relationship with you is that you're a criminal scum, but I'm gonna buy from you anyway.
All right.
You're very comfortable with that.
It's all good.
Okay. Pooja?
I am going to say that I have a bad relationship with the local
Yep.
because I feel like this he is sabotaging his own health
Of course.
with this illegal moonshine that he drinks to excess, and he needs to take my childhood friend needs to take better care of himself
Sure. Absolutely.
and stop also leading others down the path of destroying themselves.
Sure.
And Russians drink vodka.
Okay. And for your other relationship?
And I have a good relationship with the stranger
Cool.
because
Why not?
yeah,
don't
kind
know.
of. Why not? Because they're new. They're like, I feel like any new blood that could come into the town is good blood.
Sure.
We should get like a maybe it's a revitalization, and we'll be more than we are now.
Okay. That's fine. All right.
A revitalization.
In your relationship, you were untrusting.
We need a
just
revitalization
because
of the liver.
You're a new person.
I'm a new person. I'm gonna go. I have a good relationship with, and I forgot your first name.
Lena.
Lena. With Lena. because she's a very good medic. Like she's I know of her, and I'm not even from this town.
All right.
And so my relationship with you is not good because you're too nosy.
That's probably true. Okay.
For my purposes.
And I don't even know what those purposes are
I
yet,
don't
so that's
yet
going to be
either.
fun. All right. So, getting back to the story pillars that are in front of us,
Okay.
there is what's called the event. And this particular event is something that everybody in the town wants to succeed in. And specifically, what we're all trying to succeed at is the storm preparation for what's coming in from the Black Sea, which is the storm of the century. So we are trying to lock down the town before the storm hits everything. And we know it's going to be, that we're all alone and we do not have enough supplies for this particular thing. You seem like you want to say something.
No, I'm just very pleased because I know what my character's doing to aid.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Okay. So, do you want it to be a surprise on why you're in town, Zoya? Or do you want to tell us as players? It's up to you.
I think I want it to be a surprise.
Okay.
Because I want to be a little surprised. So
Absolutely.
it's kind of going to develop a little bit, and then I think I'll figure it out from there.
Fine.
Is that cool? Okay.
Perfectly fine.
Because that's the, and some of this I'm saying not because we don't know what we're doing, but just for folks listening. Underneath the what would you like to call this, flavor text under the stranger, it's I've come here for one reason only. Please,
Sure.
Please don't get in my
Right,
way.
because what is your personal goal?
I don't know. Let's look.
It says goal.
This one?
Yep.
Uncover the truth.
That's right.
Is my personal goal.
Excellent.
Oh, cool. Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
now we know what the town looks like. Now we know the problem that we're having to face in order to succeed with the event is basically, again, the government has not provided us with enough supplies to be able to handle it. What may actually occur, but we're trying the best we can. Okay? So in the midst of this, and we know that the storm is only maybe 2-3 days away, if that, a body is found. Specifically, the body of Brune Matisse, who is a young man whose body came up from the currents of the river, and he had washed ashore when unlodged from the mud, and his body had been impaled in several places, indicating that he was probably under the water for some time. So what we're going to do, there are multiple things that we want to do. So for each one of us as players, we'll have the opportunity to have 2 scenes as the spotlight player for each act. There's 2 acts, and then there will be the final confrontation. So we'll make it very simple, and we'll just go a round robin for this. And when you have your scene and you are the spotlight player, you have the option of a couple of things. So you may either address one of the pillars, trying to basically lower the number of dice on that, or for the darkness or the body. You want to add dice to the event, or you can work on a bad relationship that you have with somebody to your left or right. The reason you would want to do that is because at the very end, the final confrontation will be the event versus the negative relationships that we have in the town, because the event requires the town to pull together and bad relationships stop us. So the other thing that you can do is you can say your particular scene is wrapped up in your own personal goal. And again, you define your personal goal any way you particularly want. And if you do, you will actually be naturally successful, but you will also gain a character point. Character points has multiple uses, and it's up there on the back of your sheet that you can either add a new location to the town, add a new citizen, add a new item, include somebody else in the scene, or spend 2 of them to be able to get another die to your pool. We'll talk about that as we go through. It's pretty clear, but I want to make sure everybody gets one of these. Pass down.
Can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
Would it be possible for everybody to read their descriptions? Because these guys, I wouldn't necessarily as the outsider,
Sure.
but know a little bit more.
Cool.
2 each or one each?
One each at this
Just-
time.
Because they would probably know a little bit more about each other. I'm just thinking this dealio
Which dealio?
right under the flavor text.
Oh.
The whole
Sure. I'll be happy to do that.
cool.
So So as the law, even out here in Malice, there's a need to have someone keeping the peace, and it's a thankless job and usually pretty boring with our slow pace. But when things go awry, the law is always the first person called.
The criminal is more than just someone who goes beyond the law. They're willing to be involved in unsavory matters beyond a normal person's capabilities, whatever it takes. This doesn't mean that the criminal can't have an affection for the town as their home or be willing to act in the town's best interests, but they list themselves as their first priority.
Look over your shoulder. There's the local watching you from the distance. They may not be social, or they may not be completely right in the head, but the local has been here longer than anyone, and everyone in town knows him.
Playing to tag.
Yeah! Woo! I'm creepy.
In places like this, being the medic is more than just tending the sick. It's acting as a caretaker to the entire town, both physically and sometimes mentally. They know intimate family secrets and are the first called when things go wrong. They may not even focus on people. They may be the only vet for miles. In a place as remote as Malice, their skills with animals can mean a family's livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Well, because small town.
Uh-huh.
So
I love how you're going, oh, wow,
I know.
really?
No, this
That's
is
neat.
interesting.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
No, well, and that's the other thing, Mister. You did. I mean, these are pretty cool play sheets. So, okay, the stranger. You know they're not from here just by looking at them, because either a different set of clothes, a different way of talking. There's little the stranger can do to blend in. They're just not from these parts. Let's hope they didn't bring any trouble with them, and if they did, they take it with them when they leave.
Okay. So we'll have the first scene, and just so I can show how it works, I will have the first scene. Specifically, I'm going to have the scene with, let's see here, I'm going to actually include the medic in this one.
Okay.
So specifically, I'm going to have this discussion with you at the field hospital. Who would like to play Officer Fedotov?
Into it.
Okay.
Hypochondriac, let's do this.
All right, so I'm coming into the hospital, and again, the hypochondriac who should be on duty but is not, of course. Brushing off the rain because it's coming in, you know. What a surprise. It is so nice to see you, Officer Fedotov. I did not expect to find you here.
Well, I haven't stopped coughing up the blood yet, so...
You have not stopped since 1974, I know. Have you seen the doctor? Is the doctor here?
Literally right there.
Sir. walking out from the back of having just, taken another sample of the phlegm.
Oh, that is nice. You have given the good doctor your phlegm.
We had to check for more blood in that. There was blood in it, right?
The test will tell us more. Thank you.
Could you
No, thank you.
Doctor, I believe I need to have a conversation with you. Can you please why don't you go lay down in one of the army cots in the back room? I need to speak about something. You're not on duty. I do not wish to include you in this unless you are feeling better about
No, cough, have to go.
I thought not.
Did you just say cough?
Why would I say cough?
What brings you to my clinic? How are you feeling? Are you also catching the
From the rain? No. My father was a fisherman, so I used to be out in the water all the time, and this is nothing, although it is getting pretty bad out there. But that is not actually why I have come, Doctor. We have a bit of a incident that I think that I may be needing your assistance for. Specifically, one of the young boys. He was found by the shores of the Angara.
Oh,
I have
don't
him in
tell
the-
me there's another boy who's gotten his leg caught in one of the traps by the river.
Oh, perhaps, but I think it may be another situation where he may have been drinking that illegal alcohol that may be going around the town. you know, they do that. They get brave.
Where are they getting?
Yeah. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, I get your assistance. I will bring.
Of course, of course.
Not.
I'll bring my kit.
Okay, Ruslav. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get that right? Roslyn, are you feeling well enough to bring in a body from the jeep? Ruslan. I think Ruslan is feeling better already.
It would be nice. I mean, the cough medicine can have a dulling effect on the senses.
Yes, cough syrup, 2-3 bottles, and it will be very, very dull. That is what we have thought of Officer Fedotov for some time. If you can help me, please. So we bring in the body, okay, and then we're taking a look at it. So specifically what we're doing, Pusha, is that we are taking a scene based off of the body, and we're going to be looking at it together. So you're in the scene, so that's one. I'm in the scene, that's one. Now, I'm basically taking investigation of the body with you there in order to, you know, find out more about it. Now, on a story level, we're trying to figure out what killed this young boy. On a mechanic level, what I'm trying to do is take one of the dice off of the story pillar for the body.
Okay.
Now, the opposition for Act 1 is 3 dice, and 4 and above is a success. So because, you know, obviously the person who's most based off of opposition should roll them. So that's, of course, Mac. So go for it.
No successes.
Oh, okay.
One
success.
success. And you get to take 1 off
Nice.
of that.
Okay.
The poor boy, yes, he looks like he's definitely was intoxicated at time of death.
I mean, with the state of the body, I would think that it would be more difficult to tell, but you can see here with
The piercings, yes,
Yeah.
that have gone through his body.
yes, but if you look here around the eyes,
Not that type of piercing.
what is left of the eyes,
Something is definitely poked out.
and then when you have a body that is intoxicated and into the river, the sea life is more attracted to other parts besides the soft, like the eyes, the viscous bits that would have more of the concentration of alcohol.
Doctor, I have not given a preliminary report to Political Officer Pushkin yet. I'm sure that he will have lots of serious questions about this until I get an opportunity to do more of an investigation. Can we keep this to ourselves, please?
Yes. I mean, you've informed the boy's family.
Not yet, but I'm sure that we will have to do that soon. I would rather know what I am going to be informing them of than to just drop the fact that he is a dead body or that they have a dead child. That is not...
I mean, I must say, it is one thing to say, yes, you're dropping that your child is dead, but right now the child is missing.
Fair enough. This is something to think of.
And we do have, we have preparations to make as a town.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to drop this down here, but we're going to, and then I'm going to pass the scene. Yes, but I hate to tell Elsie that her stepson is dead since Ivan has passed. She has had so many troubles in her life.
True.
All right, so we're going to pass the scene now. Do you guys want to do it clockwise, or do you just want whoever wants to participate? I trust you guys.
That's dangerous.
What I trust you for is different. I trust you for evil. But okay, so
Evil?
Evil.
It's always evil.
I'll tell you the story about that. I'm not allowed to. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm happy to go next.
Okay, go for it.
Also, I think I'm the only one that's played this game so far already.
What's that?
I think I'm the only one at this table besides you, because you made it.
Funny
Played
that.
this game so far.
What, you made this?
You made this? You made this?
And this is how I find out? You tell me?
Kind of.
So
Got it backwards.
I have to guess that the stranger would probably go to Ivan's bar. At
I
some
totally
point.
think so. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, no, Natasha is totally gonna sidle up to Zoya
Okay.
at the bar.
At the Ivan's bar.
And what do you want the scene to be based on or focused on?
Focused on the event.
Oh, okay. The storm preparation.
Yes.
Got it.
We make small talk about weather with folks, and yeah, for sure.
At the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, because the body isn't well known, or we could just say we know about it.
You can say that
Okay.
you knew about it or not.
Cool.
I think my character is focused
I mean-
on the event, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to play Elsie?
I'll play Elsie.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think-
a little bit.
Sure.
I don't think
Sorry, I
smoking
can't
has
see
affected me
some of
one
them.
bit.
And
I
that way
mean-
you can. Do you want Elsie in your hand so you can see?
I like to think that she has Moose and Squirrel Head up on the wall in Ivan's bar.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Hello.
Cool.
Okay.
And this one was. What was this? Oh,
So
the
you-
hospital.
Yeah, so you're
Cool.
approaching the stranger who is in the bar.
Yes.
Okay. What is the stranger doing in the bar?
Having a meal. I think I probably just got into town a couple
Sure.
hours ago and hadn't really done anything. Does the bar have rooms? I imagine it's a small town.
Yeah, it could be a bar and inn.
Okay, cool.
Elsie,
Maybe I'm
what is the
staying
specialty
there.
of the house?
Yeah.
The specialty of the house is a
Borscht.
like no. It's like it's radish like dumpling things.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
what you call them?
That
It
sounds
starts with a P.
right.
Pierogies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Radish pierogies.
Okay.
Fantastic.
That's the.
Lovely.
That sounds delicious.
Okay.
They might be a little overcooked right now because she is hitting the sauce pretty hard.
Yep.
But
Well, she probably makes them all earlier.
Well,
and
Renee
stuff
hasn't
like
come
that
home,
every day.
so
yeah. Well, yeah, he
Oh,
usually
yeah.
cooks the pierogies.
She's so distracted.
So,
And
well, you have to
Ivan
you
was
boil
a-
them,
yeah.
and so she like lets them boil for too long because she's
So they're tough.
hitting the sauce a little.
Excellent.
She's not, yeah.
So I'm going to slide into the seat opposite. I haven't seen you around before.
Well, hello. I'm Zoya.
I'm Natasha.
I'm not from here.
That much is obvious.
you think it is true?
You know we've got a storm coming, right?
Yes.
Interesting
Storm
timing.
Of the century.
Yes. Interesting time to show up.
It is indeed. I had the important business in this town of what's it called again?
Malice.
Malice.
Oh, Malice. Yeah. The town of
Malushka.
Malice. It could not wait.
Have you prepped? Are you going to be here while the storm is happening?
I believe I will be. Preparations? What's
Well, you're going to want to be inside, and you should have provisions and things to help keep you warm, you know? Keep the blood warm.
I'm not good at this.
Are you sure this is for the event or is this personal goal?
Both.
I think right now Elsie's going to come up with more pierogies. And go,
Oh.
Here is
am
pierogies.
So full
And
of
she
the
doesn't even know.
pierogies. They're delicious.
Yes, you order pierogies, so you get
Hey.
pierogies. Do not talk back to me. You have pierogies.
Yes,
How you
of
feeling,
course.
Elsie?
I'm feeling. I
seem
am
upset.
okay. I am good.
Please sit down. This is not.
Yeah, I have bar. I
Yeah.
have bar to run.
Would
so
you like a
do you
drink?
like have a you have
Natasha.
I would love a drink.
you want drink? Boom! Bottle goes down. You take drink. She walks back.
So I'm going to ask Pooja here, because this is an interactive game. Is Mac focusing more on trying to prepare for the event or more of her personal goal of gaining the advantage?
At the moment, it feels like it feels like the event because
Okay.
because she's attempting to like
I should be.
you know
prepared.
she's got that good blanket of respectability going at the moment.
Because this is a fictional game.
You have someplace safe to stay?
I stay here in the inn.
Not bad, not bad. You know that what they serve here alcohol-wise is kind of...
It is how they say. Well, yes, it is not top shelf.
No, but I could get you something that's a little more top shelf. And like I said, we're gonna be trapped inside for a while, so
that made the 90-degree change.
It is now no longer for that.
There's no the blanket isn't thrown off.
the stranger has somewhere safe to stay. I've
will
checked
be,
on their well-being.
You will be joining me, Natasha?
Say.
She did say we.
I had,
But I know your meeting was.
I hadn't.
No,
I hadn't
let's
thought
see
of
where
that.
this goes. I'm really curious to see
I
how
hadn't
this
thought
plays.
of that. I mean, if you're looking for company, perhaps another service I can offer, but.
Yeah, I really think she's trying to gain the advantage on this one. Don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so because of this, she doesn't have to roll any dice for the events. What she does is because she's serving her own personal goals, she gets another character point. The character points represent the character development. Because she's focusing on herself, she gets the point. And as I said, those are currencies she can use later to add stuff to the game or to add another die to her die pool when she's rolling against things. So we can just let this scene play out, please.
I do not need an escort. Should I be able to spend additional time with you, I would love to. Perhaps take you to dinner. Is there nightlife?
There is a really great restaurant in town. Again, not the best alcohol. Just I don't know if you're a drinker, but if you're looking for something that's better, I might know where you could get some.
You would be my contact.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
You should. I would love your number. While I am in town, I take you to dinner. We talk about after a few drinks.
How about I bring something a little bit more special to the party, and we can have a couple of drinks more privately for a very, very good cost. I mean, I just want to make sure I'm covering what I'm bringing in.
I agree. Your hospitality is quite nice. As are you.
Oh,
Natasha.
that's very nice of you to say.
Thank you.
Let's go to the next scene.
So I think she's very cute.
Very good.
Cool,
So
I got a
She's so
date and I'm
nice.
going to sell
I know.
alcohol.
that's right. That's why you got the point. Because it's like, mine!
Yep.
Move right in on that.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
All right, go for
You're
it.
an entrepreneur.
All right.
Yes.
You got him.
Capitalist.
Capitalist.
Pig.
my
See,
God.
Pig dog.
I wrote rebel scum. That's
Be my
That's what
guest.
I
So,
think.
what do you want your scene to be focused on? And you don't have to say specifically yet on a pillar, but what do you see the scene being about? Let me ask you that.
I see the scene being about like some kid being pulled out of the river with his eyes missing.
Okay, so you were
Because I'm around and I see everything.
okay.
Oh,
So,
totally.
one thing we can say is that the narrative does not necessarily have to be chronological order. So we can actually
nice.
say that this is a flashback to when the body was being pulled out. So, if you were doing that, then that would probably mean the scene was with me specifically.
Right, sure.
Okay. All right. Or are you the one who found the body?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think I did find the body.
that's fine.
Yeah. See?
Now, this is something that happened previous to the scene that I had with the medic. So I'm going to show up now. We're by the river, down by the river. All right, so
In a van.
In a van, yeah.
down by the river. Oh,
On a steady diet of government cheese.
all right. So.
Do you sleep in one of those like the caravans that's just parked just right out of town?
Yes, you have a caravan. Oh my God.
With the
Down by
baby.
the river, which is how you feel the body as soon as
Yeah.
it floats.
Oh, then we have to add the fact that down by the river's edge is the caravan.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Smoking illegal cigarettes.
Yeah.
And alcohol that makes you blind.
Not that you could see that well to begin with.
Vitali, is that?
Yeah. So, I'm a homeless guy who
Oh.
lives in a trailer. I totally know I need this one.
No, you are a gypsy caravan. That's it. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
A traveler.
Yes, but this is home.
I'm a
The
homebound traveler.
Like the traveler who never left.
Absolutely.
Everyone else left you.
All right, Comrade Vitali, I got message that you were trying to reach me. So, what is the problem?
the problem is that. Come here. And it goes around. There's, found the kid and turned him over and eyes missing and stuff.
Are you sure you're going to be able to handle the rain in your care? What is this?
This is your thing, not mine.
Comrade Vitali, have you done something to this child?
No, I found in the river. Look, it's all bloated.
What were you doing in the river, comrade?
I was walking by that. I'm right there. Comrade.
I was weaned.
I was... What, were you watching me like all day?
Should I be watching you?
Why would you? I'm here. I'm just here with Caravan. Would I have called you if I did something to body? Why would I not just put in the river?
Well, tell me more about what you have found here.
Well, I have found this body that has had the eyes.
Yeah, we've said that the eyes are ripped out, so let's
And
put that in there.
The eyes are mostly eaten.
The nostrils are eaten on the left side, and most of the viscera is gone.
All right, so I think we gained to the point where we're actually going to need to roll on this one. So the two of us are in that. So again, and I will let Gina roll the opposition for this.
The opposition.
One.
Success.
And one.
Success.
Ties go to the player, so that's good. All right, so we will take that off as well.
Yay.
That is very strange. I will take this body to the medic. Have you told anyone else about this?
No, not one single person.
You would not be lying to me, would you, Vitali? Have you been drinking, Vitali?
Nodding head.
I do not want you to tell others that you have been drinking about while you found this body.
All right.
If this comes out, you were sober when this happened.
Very well.
Vitali, I do not wish to sound... I do know that there are many questions that I have been asked by Officer Pushkin, the political officer. And I would prefer him not to know about this.
I agree. I would prefer Pushkin to not know about me here.
I will take this to the doctor. Thank you again, comrade.
No problem, Commissar Gorovenko. Thank you for not... Yes, thank you for doing this.
We will be keeping an eye on things. Okay.
Do you want to draw your own little box?
All right.
It's like,
So, your turn. What do you want your scene to be about? You have the body. The body is
I
at.
still have.
Well, the body is
That's
at the.
unfortunate.
It is at the hospital. So.
I'm gonna extrapolate a little.
Okay. So,
the
how would you
body
like the
was-
scene to take place specifically?
The body was found in the river,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm actually going to extrapolate from. I know Vitali lives down by the river, so I'm actually going to go talk to him and be like, "What did you see? Do you know? Did you give booze to the poor boy who has now ended up with his eyes eaten?"
Okay, so we can actually have this to where Vitali showed up to the hospital, considering that Vitali was the one who found the body, or you can go to the river to find afterwards.
I don't think Vitali would want to go to the hospital with the officer.
I'm not there anymore, so time has already passed because
But
this
it's an
happened in the past.
official. It's an official
That's true.
place, and
Yeah.
I know that Vitali doesn't like to come into town.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go pay a little visit to my oldest friend, Vitali.
This is the first time you come and visit me.
First time today I've come to visit you.
Okay.
How many times do you want me to come every day to tell you that this drinking, this moonshine that you've got is going to kill you when you are my oldest? How long have we known each other now?
For far too long.
It's too long for you to be throwing your life away.
Look at what my life is. What is there
Every
to
life-
throw away?
Every life is worth living in this world.
Now,
Because
I'm
you are
getting the
not
sense that
in
you're
Caravan.
following your personal goal on this one.
I want to repair our relationship.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we'll actually say, all right, roll the 2. We'll make this very straightforward.
I got 1 win,
There's not over
and he
there.
got 3.
3.
Okay.
Our relationship shall not be repaired on this day.
Can I try to repair the relationship?
Okay. So your
I mean, it had to
relationship.
go against us at some point.
Oh no, that's fine. So so basically, it seems that the doctor is meddling again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have a couple of options that we could do. We can say that you're not liking this, so you could flip that over to black. We can lose something like a citizen can pass away, or the darkness can grow stronger. So I'm going to let you choose it because you're the one who rolled the die, or didn't.
I think that in the time that Lena was distracted with the body and then coming down to try to talk to Vitaly, that Officer Fedorov died.
Ooh. Okay.
That he got too far into the cough medicine and overdosed.
Oh, now
I love it.
It's Misha's chance.
It was,
There's an opening.
he tried robotripping, and it just went a little too far.
Thank you. Perfect. Oh, that's
The
very,
happiest dead face.
It is quite cute.
very very serious drama there.
You're welcome.
Just another service provided. All right.
That's all I do. I offer services
All
Oh
right.
my.
in the game.
Also, call me.
So that's, I mean, it would be like
All right,
darkness
so-
gets stronger, somebody dies, or what was the third option?
The relationship gets worse.
Oh, okay.
So no, that's fine. We could say that there has been a death. Absolutely. Okay.
So I am actually touched that she came to visit, but I'm also kind of pissed because of whatever. But I'm still touched.
Okay.
I still,
Touched, but who are you, my mother?
Who are you? My mother loves me, so I know you love me. But I mean, come on, are you my mother?
Just looking out for your well-being, my friend.
Okay.
Also, I worry about those who associate with you when you're in this state.
What?
Speaking of which,
Rabbits? You should worry for the rabbits.
Okay. So when you get back,
can I do a scene? Or is there a thing
Oh.
that's going to happen first?
oh, I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
describing the fact that when you get back, the body is found dead outside. Looks like he was doing, the cough medicine, and his eyes also were ripped out.
That's why there's X's left.
That's an unusual side effect of the cough.
Yeah.
So,
Usually doesn't explode your eyes.
It never explodes your eyes, and Officer Fedorov has been abusing the cough syrup for years.
All right.
I thought I'd locked it up in a safe place this time.
All right. So yeah. So what's your scene? It's yours.
I would like to ask Natasha to show me to Vasily, right? Or no,
Okay.
Vitaly. Vitaly Gromov.
Oh man, that should be Vitaly Vasily.
Vitaly Vasily.
Sure.
No, I like Kromov better. That's
Okay.
fine.
So are
Vitaly
you being
Gromov.
part of the scene?
She can either tell me or she can
No, I'm just.
show her.
Well, what
You
is
can
your
either-
character's? My character is going to be more than happy to facilitate
Yeah. To bring me there or just tell me the directions?
whatever is being asked because
I would
she's
be happy
very
to
much
have you.
her own.
Would it inconvenience you to bring me to perhaps facilitate an introduction?
I'm not sure
Mr.
why you want to
Gromov.
meet Vitaly.
Everybody wants to go be with Vitaly today. It's like,
Popular today.
for somebody who's like the loner of the town, it's a hotting place right there by the river.
I believe he has information that would help me, my family.
Because to add an extra character to a scene costs a chip.
Yep.
Yeah. So you would have to spend the chip if we're both in the scene.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you don't just. I'll do it though.
Okay.
Never mind.
So the value of that is that when you actually choose to roll a dice
Yeah.
on one of the things, that will be three
And
dice.
3. Okay, cool. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
so
and cool.
All right, so the two
Yeah,
of
as
you
long
are
as we're still on for later.
Absolutely.
excellent.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
What is a nice girl like you doing in a place like this in Malice?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
In the meantime, Vitaly.
Vitaly.
This is Vitaly.
Natalia's doing the Slav squat.
The what?
no,
No, he's sitting down, but he's on his feet.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
it.
doing like by the side of the
Gotcha,
caravan.
gotcha.
No,
yeah.
no, it's yeah.
Oh no, it's just like squatting. It's like
just
a-
like
No, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vitaly, you good on supplies for the storm?
Yes, I am good on some supplies, but I may need other. Hello,
Hello.
who are you?
My name is Zoya.
Voya. It is
Zoya.
Zoya. It is so
Petra.
nice to meet you.
It is nice to
I
meet
do
you
not
as
need-
well.
Who is this?
I am.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm from somewhere else.
Why are you here
I'm
then?
from. Where am I from?
What do you
I'm
need?
from Siberia, somewhere.
No.
Are you searching for me?
Ukraine. How
I
about
am
Ukraine?
looking for you.
Why are you looking for me? Why do you bring someone here looking for me? What is it, political officer?
No.
Ooh.
No, I
She would not do that. She is a nice girl.
see.
Do not accuse her of things like that.
So you are a political officer of accusing.
No.
So
No,
who
no,
are you?
no.
What do you want from me?
Yes. No.
Yes, no.
Yeah. I think you can help me. I'm trying to find my brother. And he was here.
He's here.
He was here.
He was what, outside here?
He was in Malice.
Malice.
And I have information.
Oh, do you have photo of brother?
I do. I'm going to show
Oh yeah, the military photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
photo of brother.
Is it dead kid?
No.
No.
He's a different guy.
Okay, so what
Is
do
it
you
Fedorov?
He looks like Army Hammer. So
Like-
he's just like,
Army Hammer?
yeah.
Okay.
No, isn't it-
Warhammer?
No, Army Hammer, like Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh.
Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger.
Am I the only one who saw that?
Kind of chisel,
Yeah.
like nice looking.
I mean, it wasn't
nice looking.
honestly like
Soviet
it wasn't
boy.
gonna happen. Like Johnny Depp is no.
Yeah, no, that. Yeah, no.
I have lost. I don't even know.
No. We're going on a tangent here.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Back to game. Back to game. All right.
You've grown up here.
Yes.
You know about Commissar Gravsko
Yes.
and what's the head guy's name again?
Yes.
Political officer Pushkin.
This is not set up.
I didn't think it was, but now I'm worried too.
I'm fascinated where this is going. I have no
What
clue.
about
This is
Commissar
great.
Gravenko?
Yeah, you didn't mention Gravenko before, so
I believe someone in the officer in the what's the cop shop called? Just the police
Blue station. Yeah, that's fine.
Someone is covering up wrongdoings,
well,
and
Duh.
I'd like to know what you know about those two.
Well,
Okay, so there's a couple of ways we could do this.
Okay.
Okay, so you could be focusing on your personal goal, which is
Yeah.
fine. Or you could say that by doing this, I apologize. Wait a minute. Oh, I skipped something, and I apologize
that's okay.
I did that.
Is this the cult and the?
Well, specifically, even though you were unsuccessful, Pooja, in fixing a relationship, you still get a character point for that.
Yay!
Okay, so-
not everything is a complete failure.
No, I'm just saying. So, if you decide you want it just to automatically get the character point as part of your personal goal, you can. Or it can be a situation where you're trying to improve the relationship that you and I have, or at least your opinion of me,
Yeah.
and that you'll get the character point for that, and we could potentially have that fixed.
We could do that. I mostly wanted to establish kind of what she's here for, so
Yeah,
that's
sure.
why it's like I don't know what the answers to those questions
What
were
can you say?
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
don't know
is
what those
in
are.
the scenes about the body. If you succeed, you remove a die from the body and add it to the event.
Old scene, old sheet. My apologies.
Okay, I was like, whoa, this is going to be really this rough storm.
Yeah.
As other people succeed in their things.
So, my apologies. I need to fix that. Sorry.
Never
And
mind.
what does like height and cult mean?
Okay, so height means in Icelandic hot, so that's the white.
Cool.
Cold
Okay.
is cold, which is the black. So we're not using dice, we're actually using chips.
Cool.
Okay.
So do you want it to be based off of trying to gain a better trust in
Yeah,
me?
possibly if that's the like that you're not dirty and I shouldn't really
Yeah.
suspect you.
So
No, I'm gonna definitely say he's dirty. Are you kidding me? He also told me to be quiet about a dead body I just found. Like, he's definitely dirty.
Oh, you didn't want to tell Pushkin.
Okay. So you-
But that's interesting because Natasha is going to tell you that he's on the up and up. I don't like him though.
Okay.
which is fine. Okay. So if that's what you want the scene to be about, then 1, get the character point.
Yeah. Okay.
And now
How
you
old is
have
this person?
the 3 to roll against the opposition, and because you don't like the idea of it, I'm letting you.
Ooh.
1 success.
1 success.
Okay.
So it goes to me.
Yep.
Because I am the player.
Yep. So
Yay. Okay.
all right.
Okay. What does that mean then?
So what this means is that our relationship is no longer negative, or
Oh, okay.
your opinion towards me is no longer cooled. It's now height,
Okay.
and you got the character point for it, for your
Okay.
efforts.
But you told me what was up.
Yeah.
But that you also said, look, I think he's,
Fine.
Yeah.
It's just
Fine, he's just
pain in the ass.
yeah.
And that I am.
So he's a damn good cop. He just does it his way, maybe. Okay. So I walk away not thinking that you're necessarily like we got the white shirt now.
Sure. Well, one of them anyway.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I still do not
I
trust you.
understand.
All right. So let's see here. You know, I'm probably going to. Wow. So you 3 are together. So I'm probably going to go back to the good doctor. Okay. So dead bodies are always the bodies. So I'm going to suggest that you called me because we found the you found the body of Officer.
Fedorov.
Fedorov.
Yes. The unfortunate circumstance of
All right.
Fedorov.
So I come in going.
Yeah.
Vedranov, what have you done this time? What?
I am sorry to say, Commissar, that Fedorov will no longer be able to go in sick.
He is.
he is
He's-
cured forever.
He has succumbed to that. He has succumbed to that most evil of vices.
Capitalism?
Second most evil of vices. The overindulgence of his medicine caused him to suffer heart failure. Before, however, sometime after the failure, something has come and removed his eyes.
Show me this body. Okay, so we'll make that fast. So, 2.
Yes.
Go for it, because you are the dead.
You are now dead.
You are now dead.
Oh, 9.
You should roll every time.
1.
And yay.
Yay!
All right. Now, one of the things that the way we're playing it is
Yeah.
that we're playing with what the darkness is face down. So when the body no longer has any dice on it, we will be able to flip over and you will see what the darkness is and what actually is dangerous in this town.
Okay. And that's part of what why we want to
Correct.
The,
Investigate the body, yes.
ooh.
It looks as if
Whereas I originally believed that the creatures of the river may have gotten to Renee's eyes, this is starting to look a little. I mean, I hate to say it, but fishy.
I love you.
that is good humor.
We laugh in the face of death to show the eternity that we are alive.
I am laughing inside.
That's my favorite thing anybody said all week.
I hate to say it.
Your scene.
After the stranger leaves, I'm going to have a conversation with Vitaly, and I'm going to. You were being very cagey. I'm going to assume that you're going to mention something about the body.
Sure. Can I spend a chip for a new location, or does it have to be-
Absolutely.
Excellent, because I want to spend one for the morgue.
Oh.
That's fantastical.
Okay. Now, because you have added a new location, and we'll say it's attached to the hospital, for this next dice roll, you will have a temporary additional die on it. So instead of just rolling the 2 for the 2 of you, it will be 3. Okay. So I'll just.
Because that's where we're going to go to drink.
So that worked the same way. where
Yes!
You got an extra for the person, now he gets an extra for the location.
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Okay.
cool.
So you're going to go take a look at the body.
Yeah, basically, once Zoya leaves, I'm going to be like, oh, I have to show you something, but I'm going to need some vodka.
Okay. So please
Oh,
be the
I
negative.
got only
Right?
the
You
best.
haven't
Yeah,
rolled the
sure.
baddies
I
yet.
get to be the opposition
Yeah.
here because
2 successes.
They're in your morgue.
Yes.
one success.
Oh, okay.
So you
Very
get
good.
one.
Wow, we're rolling really well today. All right.
Everyone but me.
You're adding flavor.
I know. Leave it at
That's why you
one.
should always roll opposition, like the 2 of you, no one else.
Okay.
I mean, I succeeded on one of those.
So describe the body. So you're wanting to.
Well, I'm hoping that there are multiple bodies there with eyes torn out.
Well, there are now. Yes, because I do believe now that we have both.
Yes, because this would be so. This is taking place after I've come to visit you. Then,
Yep.
then this happened with 3 of you, and now you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
you
was like,
gotta
I
check
will
this
show you
out.
the body with eyes ripped out. Oh my God, there are more bodies with eyes ripped out.
Holy crap.
That's true.
Is my
More
brother there?
vodka!
More vodka. So good. I must show you this. This is amazing. It's amazing. You'll never believe this in a million years.
You want to bet on it?
Catchphrase.
You want to bet
Sorry.
on it? You want to bet
How
on
much? How much you
We
want to
call
bet?
that branding.
Definitely.
it? These? And I got a pack of cigarettes.
All right, I'll bet for cigarettes that you will be stunned.
So you throw open the sheet, and you instead of it being Rune Mattis, it's Officer Theater.
Oh no, this is the wrong one. With eyes torn out.
Cigarettes. Like placed in front.
Okay.
And people wonder why I sell booze in this town.
But this was not. Was he in River too? He was not in River.
Wait, you found one in the river?
Yeah, I found one in River. But it was not. It was not Officer. Oh, did Commissar rip eyes out?
I never liked that guy.
Sure, point to see.
He never liked the guy.
Flip over.
All
another.
right.
Is there anybody else here with eyes ripped out?
No.
Okay.
There's only the
So
2.
it's just 2 of them.
Yep.
I thought it was just fish who ripped eyes out.
Call back. And on that one, we'll go back to the medic on the next round.
Land shark. Although
Okay.
actually, that was mine. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now it's mine.
All right, so we can continue the scene. We can do something else. How do you want to play this step?
Repair the relationship.
Yeah. I think we're gonna try and repair the relationship.
Okay. All right. So, what do you? How are you specifically wanting to repair this?
I want
Because
to-
remember, she is rebel scum.
Yes, and I want to know that she has the best interests of the town and everybody around involved, not just my liquor business. Like she actually cares.
Sure. That's 3, and then that's 2.
One and one.
Ties go to the player. So yeah, you can flip that over.
Yeah.
Woo!
Look at how it works.
All right, but please have that scene. Not just say that it.
Wow, I didn't know fish ripped eyes out,
This is not.
and especially not on the land.
Yeah, this is not land fish.
Oh,
I have
I'm
heard-
sorry. I've been having way too much of my own supply lately. You see all kinds of weird things.
You know, my friend has said often to me that maybe I should drink a little less. Maybe, maybe perhaps
It's me.
until landfish who rip eyes out are gone, we should maybe just smoke. Take
Or-
cigarette out of pack.
Counterpoint.
To counterpoint.
We can batten down the hatches and drink some of this. I got something new.
But what if landfish rip eyes out on us?
Well,
We need eyes open to see landfish.
yeah, but this stuff will make you blind, so it won't matter. You won't see the landfish coming.
No, my friend. No, my friend. No. We need to I must make sure that you are okay, and I must make sure that my friend, the good Dr. Lena, that she is okay, or else landfish get everyone, and I will be alone outside.
Wouldn't want that. Plus, you're my best customer.
Well, you're my best supplier.
That's almost touching.
Capitalism, a
And
love story.
You will, but we are the only ones who know. Except for my good doctor friend, but I do not know if she has put together that this is landfish.
Probably not.
And they dump you in the river afterwards. There are more bodies in the river.
Let's go check. You want to see a dead body?
Do you want to see the
And good time to transition. Go ahead.
Okay, I am going to. I feel like this is kind of end of day, and it has been a day.
Yeah.
Lost one of my oldest patients.
Yeah.
My friend refuses to try to heed my advice, and I worry about him and the storm. So I'm gonna go to the inn, and I'm gonna go to Ivan's,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Sure.
run into the stranger.
Excellent.
You want to be Elsie again?
No, I just wanted. It's not called Ivan's, but I want to be called Crazy Ivan because that's the. Never mind. I can be LC. Hello. Welcome to Crazy Ivan's.
Mine is Krakova.
We have brown bread and pierogies.
That's right.
What you like?
Best brown bread in Siberia. What was the name of your brother again?
It is always cold.
I don't think I said. I said he looked like Army Hammer. He could be. I have a list of Italian, Russian hockey players up right now.
I got one.
Nice.
I'm good.
I know.
I got it.
Alexei Govalov.
Oh, Alexei?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
right. Cool.
Okay. I'm just putting this one because I know that somebody's going to bring the brother up in some moment. So,
That's excellent. Yeah, what is his name?
Alexei Petrov, because your last name is
Yeah.
Petrov. Okay.
Alexei Petrov.
Okay, so I
Not sure?
I'm gonna run into you, and then I'm gonna say that the crux of this is gonna be the event
Sure. Okay.
because
Well, that storm's coming, and she's wandering around. You know,
yeah,
and
it's like
everybody should
how
be
are
basically locking down, and she's not.
You've picked quite a time to come to our town of Malice.
Dr. Krakova?
Yes,
Zoya.
Zoya
Zoya
Petrov.
Yes. From school.
We know your
From
brother,
university,
your brother
yes.
Alexei used to speak of you often.
I know of your reputation since university. You are...
Oh, no. Alexei used to tell them the craziest stories.
He did.
Was there a relationship between Alexei and the doctor?
I think that'd be cool.
I think we're making one.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Oh, it
I
has
know.
been
He
too
was
long. I mean,
so fond
my
of
heart
you.
was
Yes.
broken when he left.
I don't think he left, Lena.
What?
He is here. He was here.
He was here, and then
No.
he got called away. He sent me letter. After
He sent you a
everything
letter?
after everything we went through, he sent me letter.
Okay.
He would not do that.
So
right now.
I'm actually going to spend a point to create the letter as an item. Let's see. Oh yeah, and because I'm creating the letter.
The falsified letter.
Oh no, letter warning of government project.
Some nonsense.
we'll
like even
we'll let you have that. So,
Thank you.
and what that means
Thank
is
you.
because I spent that, that means the next turn or the next round scene I get, I have a temporary.
Great.
Okay.
But we cannot speak of this. We cannot speak of this here. But you should know, you've picked an odd time to come to town, Zoya. The storm is coming. I think you would have been better off
I had the
staying.
phone. They are wiping away the information. I don't know why they hide it. He is
You
here.
cannot speak that openly here. Come back to my house. We will. I have at my residence. I have battened down for the storm, and you will be safer there than you will be out on your own.
I'll do this.
You are a sister of my heart. I cannot leave you I cannot leave you
Sister
alone.
of my heart. Aww.
You know
That's great.
Natasha?
Yeah,
Right?
I know Natasha.
No.
I must text her because we
Text?
were going-
Text her.
Text
I
her.
don't know. We can't. When is it? What is it?
It's like
is
the
the
80s.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
It is. May I call her from your home? We were to meet for dinner. But
they will be listening.
I think it. Yes, you can. You should call her, and you can have dinner with her another time.
absolutely.
Your safety and the safety more important.
Thank you. You're a good friend.
Alexi was very dear to me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I see where this is going, and this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh-oh.
so your scene, because that was yours.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did we?
We got
Did
nothing
we
like
roll?
it. No, I nothing. Like,
Did we roll?
I got a
Roll
letter,
against
but then I
Did the
guess
rolling
So,
happen?
so what do you want specifically to?
I was
Event.
going to roll
'Cause she
against
kept
the
me on
event
task
because
with the event. Yeah.
to try to I didn't want her, Zoya wandering around
That's fair.
town
But
like
this was too
trying to
important.
find stuff
You
out.
need to
Yeah.
All right,
do
so
the
roll
stuff
2. And then Mac roll 3.
Ooh, I get to roll a big red dice this time.
I got 2 successes.
2
Successes.
successes.
Yeah, you did it.
All right.
Yeah. So the event is.
No, so you add 1 to that.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
So we want to add to the event.
Yes,
Okay, great.
What does that do?
because that will be the pool that we ultimately roll to
Okay.
be successful.
Oh, against
okay.
the darkness.
The
Just
event.
overall, they're 2 separate things.
When we're
Okay.
attacking the darkness.
Yes. All right. So now it is yours. Now, just to explain, we will have a second act, and then at the final confrontation, we will be going to combat the darkness, but we will also be wanting the event to succeed. And right now, the event is at 2, and then against the black or cult, it's 1, 2, 3. So just explaining how that works.
I would. 1, 2, 3.
So what would you want the scene to be about next?
I think. I think the darkness.
So you're wanting to investigate the darkness.
Yeah, because my brother disappeared here, and I'm afraid he's dead. But I'm also afraid there's some police corruption or something.
Something going on.
Something's going on that's covered it up. 'Cause
Sure.
his trail ends here. Like I have done a bunch of research that's 80s related, and his trail stops here.
Oh, okay.
I know. I'm like, I can't Google things. I can't.
Well, I mean, you've
I've
All right.
taken to the
you
microfiche.
You had a montage.
Yeah.
So
went to
okay.
libraries and
So
stuff
here's
like
the
that.
best thing to do here. So you were going to have the scene where you're wanting to find out more about the government conspiracy.
Yeah.
So you're taking the doctor with you. So
Yes.
you're part of the scene. So where I recommend you go,
Yeah.
police station. I'm not part of the scene.
I was about to say, like,
I have no problem. Yeah, chipping up because
Okay.
I actually have some trust for you right now.
So what do you want to have happen here?
I would like to go to the police station
Sure.
on the way to your home.
Yeah,
so we
she can bring her along for no
Yeah.
cost. So that's
Yeah.
2. So you're going to the
Oh,
police
okay.
station. All right. So I'm not going to do it because it's my my particular location, and I assume something's going to come up. Which one of you two would like to play Officer Pushkin?
I did.
Oh.
Okay. Political Officer Pushkin.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It'd be really cool to see you play like the communist thug.
Yeah, but I've already
Yeah.
played so many things.
All right. I will. Please.
I would love to see Mac play a communist thug.
That's right.
Cool.
All right. So, police station.
Everything as it should be here.
Absolutely. So, ladies.
Officer Pushkin.
I don't know you.
No.
Officer Pushkin, you knew, you remember Alexei Petrov? He was
Yeah, but
such
that
a
wasn't
good
my question.
officer.
I don't know you.
This is
This is
Zoya.
my brother. I'm Zoya Petrov.
And you're here why?
My brother. He has disappeared here in Malice. And I have tried to work through your department. Yet.
Are you
Because she's
criticizing?
had so much conversation with me.
Are you criticizing our department?
Oh, I probably call. I think I call.
No,
a
it's
whole
fine.
bunch
That's
and
fine.
whatever.
Go on.
Oh, no.
No.
Political officer, you have to,
Because if you are, well,
you have
I
to
want-
understand that it is not your office, but the travails of the communication system that are at fault.
there's nothing wrong with our communication system.
That face-to-face communication is objectively superior to communication via letter or telephone.
Elena is
All methods of communication via the government are equally wonderful.
right. Oh my God, are they beautiful? Because you just reminded me of. It was awesome. Of our fearless leader. Thank you, Elena. What I meant to say was that my brother has disappeared and his last known location was Malice. He has not left here. Yet cannot be found. And I have called repeatedly to try to find out his whereabouts.
Well, if he's a good
God.
communist, everything should be just fine.
He is
He is a communist modeled to
Look at
modeled
him.
upon
Yeah.
upon only
at this
yourself
boy.
in dedication to the Communist Party.
Then I'm sure he's fine.
he's not fine.
The question
He
is
is missing.
The question is not
If
whether
he is missing,
fine.
we would have some information, I'm sure.
Yes, you would have information, I am sure.
Commissar,
Oh, are you bringing me into the scene?
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah, because I said I'd be happy to spend a chip to have you in this.
Oh, I'm come in.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
Could
Don't
you
turn around.
Yeah.
Could you please deal with this for me and make sure that everything is on the up and up?
Of course, Political Officer Pushkin. We would be happy to do that because we know that you are very busy.
I'm trusting you with this.
I thank you for your trust. It is hard earned, and I realize there is responsibility that goes with it.
And I'm definitely not monitoring you through any other means than me being here in person right now.
Of course, but if you were, it would be your duty and required as a good citizen of the party.
I'm glad we have an understanding.
Of course.
I'll leave you with this. Ah! Just kidding. You got this.
And you got me, Officer Pushkin.
I know. I am extremely aware of that.
Very funny political officer.
As
See?
we all laugh in the
See?
face of death to
Can be funny.
show that we are alive.
I love the idea of the political officer being a jokester and everybody being so terrified.
Yeah.
And then they laugh wrong, they might disappear.
Because that's happened.
Just like disappearing around the corner, just
So,
watching.
Telling dad jokes.
Vasily, and Lena have convinced me to trust you.
Commissar, your help would be appreciated in a delicate matter.
Yes, dear Commissar.
There is very little I can do for you, Comrade Petrov.
We need,
He's here.
there is, I would like to discuss a certain matter of a delicate nature in privacy.
Okay, now this is still your scene, so
Yeah.
I'm letting you drive this, so...
Are we able to get the coffee?
Sure, there's coffee.
He's
Excellent.
getting the coffee.
Yeah.
I hope that's all right.
Only if it's good communist coffee.
Is there any other kind?
Precisely. See,
Well.
she gets it.
Absolutely.
This is good Fyodor's crystals.
Bad communist coffee.
Turns up the music.
I have told this story.
Political marching.
Yeah, just making other music playing. So video.
Yeah. So often that I am tired of telling it, but I will never tire of telling it because I am going to find my brother, or I am going to find out what happened to him, and he has not left Malice.
Okay, so what do you want this to be focused on? Which pillar specifically?
Yep, let's say I would start pushing about like what the hell is going on in Malice, that there has to be something that happened in Malice because my brother would not just drop off the face of the earth. So maybe we're like
Sure,
pushing
okay.
to talk about the body or something.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. Oh, it did fall.
So
Okay.
roll your 3, because the 3 of us are in it.
Because we chipped it. Chip it.
Chip it.
Chip it good. I chipped a 1.
Okay. All right.
You didn't roll as well as last time. That was helpful.
So, all right.
we got the last one.
Can
off
you
the
hand me
body.
that card, please? The darkness card. Don't lift
Don't
it up
look
yet. Okay.
Only bad communists lift it up and look at the back.
I would like to say that your pushkin was amazing.
I
I was like, holy crap.
Like, placate the political officer.
Yeah.
Placate the political officer. You must placate the political officer.
But I thought it was totally cool too. That
It was
there's-
great.
There's
It was
like
great.
that little bit of a like total practical joke.
Okay.
like,
Don't
yes,
put
ha,
this back
ha.
face down. Actually,
Only
just put it face
political
down.
jokes in communist
Face down?
Russia.
Yep, just
Turn
like
over?
that. Just like that.
Okay.
Because this is going to be the end of Act
Okay.
1, and this is perfect, actually, the way we're
okay,
doing
cool.
this.
Ooh.
Cool.
Ms. Petrov, I don't know if I can even provide you this, and I do not believe it is wise for us to discuss this in the station.
I received a letter from Alexei after he was reassigned.
To Operation Calypso, yes, I know.
What? That is not the Russian name.
It is something else. It is old mythology.
Operation Calypso. He was
Calypso
reassigned.
is
He
a
was
sea goddess of the Greek mythology?
he was
Am I-
volunteered.
I see.
Have you told her of anything that has been seen?
Not yet. We were not in a.
We-
This
we-
is the first private moment that we have had.
Sister of my heart. What is going on?
There is more happening here than.
It was a program. It was a program, but it was not successful.
What? Here in Malice?
In Malice
Would you
is-
flip the
In my
darkness
roof?
cover over now?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The river beast sneakier. Aka. Alexei Petrov.
Your brother has become something inhuman.
Are you telling me that
Yes.
Alexei is the one who has been.
One that has done what? And then you.
There have been deaths.
If we do not stop your brother, he will kill him even more. But we must do this quietly.
We must do this now. I must see him. He must be in pain.
Yes, every day. Come, we cannot stay here.
Well, no, let us. We will go to my domicile.
Okay. So we will end Act 1. All right? So, yeah. So at the end of Act 1, everybody gets a brand new character point.
Yay!
Thank you.
The second thing that happens is that the opposition pool will no longer be 3 dice. It will now be 5 dice.
Yay!
Oh,
I mean, boo.
drama.
That's awesome.
Right. And the darkness gets stronger,
Yeah.
and we put 5 dice on that.
Ooh.
5 extra
Alexi's
dice?
pissed.
5 extra dice.
Aw, man.
Ooh. Thank you.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my lordy.
Vitaly's sleeping with his Kalishnikov.
Yeah, you should.
Better than sleeping with the fishes.
Oh! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, the fish jokes.
Send me a kiss by wire. Baby,
My heart's on fire.
If you refuse me.
All right.
That's what Alexi is doing.
Yeah. Hello, my baby. Yeah, down the river. That's insane.
Not good communist song.
All right.
Like, what was the frog's name?
Michigan
J.
J.
Frog.
Frog. Okay. So what we're gonna do? All right. Next scene is that we're gonna actually stick around in the police station. I'm actually going to spend another point. Actually, I have one
Oh, you
coming up
have that.
anyway. So now,
Yeah.
so because I haven't had it, so I'm going to do it anyway to keep you, all of us, in the scene. So we're looking through files in the police station to be able to find something that we can use to, and I'm just going to make this very fast,
Okay.
to be able to apply to bringing Alexi under control. So what I'm going to do is say that's 5, and I have the 4. So go for it. 2 successes. 2 successes. Excellent. All right. So we are going to. Would you please take one of the dice off of that,
Off of Alexi.
I'll take the big one off.
if you like?
It just makes it feel like it's more accomplished.
Yes. Because size matters.
I mean, you said it.
I had to because I couldn't show it.
No.
Anyway, so what?
Happy Jacks.
Right? Oh, yeah.
We're talking about dice. Jeez.
Yeah, is that what they're calling about it?
Is that what they're calling it these days? Yeah, they're calling it rolling dice.
I mean, I get the dice bag reference.
Yeah, because when guys do this, they're rolling dice. All right, so, damn it. All right.
Let's be a lady.
All right. That's why they say it's a lucky 7. All right.
Everybody at home following along?
You lost me there.
Really? Dick jokes? It took 2 hours for them to get to dick jokes. Sorry, we're getting slow.
Wait, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Dick jokes.
Everything.
Happy Jack's Nights.
I
Yeah,
missed. I
so-
missed dick jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing new.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Jacks after dark.
I thought I missed like character progression. Oh shit.
No, we did manage to. We
Yes.
Oh, you took a thing
we
off.
did some research into how to subdue
Yeah, so I'm basically saying, okay.
the transformed
your-
Alexi.
yeah, your brother was volunteered to be part of an experiment to be able to see whether or not he would be able to withstand certain low-depth pressures of the ocean by taking certain experiments, but it went very poorly, and he escaped before he was able to be contained.
He is out there somewhere,
Probably in the river.
invulnerable. Or
I would say more that others might be vulnerable to him.
he has been doing harm.
Possibly.
Alexi. We must find him now then.
Political Officer Pushkin, we are going to be leaving now.
Be good communists.
Of course, for the state.
Thank you.
Hello.
We are all good communists together.
All right, so
That's
okay,
how it should be. All right.
Mac, your
You
scene.
kids play nice.
You kids playing this. All right. I love that. That's what the political officer said. It's really, you kids play nice.
Share now.
Be a good communist, or I tear out your liver.
I kid. It will be your kidneys.
Yeah. Your liver, I can tear 9/10 out, and you'll still be okay.
Oh no! It will grow back. That's what livers do.
Have fun.
Your scene, I believe. What do you want it to be about?
Holy shit! I'm not really sure. I have gone to the bar
Yeah.
and have been stood up as far as I know so
You
far.
were stood up. Yes.
Because we never made it. We never made it back to my place for you to call her.
Yeah, we never did.
Okay.
So who am I going to go about?
Those
to
scenes
about
don't
that?
have to be in chronological order, correct?
No.
Not saying you don't have to be stood up, but I am just
You-
like I
But
don't
it
know
is
if it
pretty
changed from act to
entertaining
act.
character plan
It is kind
Yeah.
development for you to be stood up.
Like
Well, and it wouldn't be. It's a small town, so for you to see us like exiting the police station. Or
Oh,
something
you
would
did
not
see
be
that, didn't you? Oh yeah. Oh.
Out of the question.
I'm gonna go bitch to Vitaly about it.
Yay!
I'm totally gonna. Fuck this storm.
Yeah, fuck this storm. So, what do you want the scene to be about?
I want to talk more about the bullshit with the guy with his eyes ripped out.
Oh, sure.
So I
you
guess it would be the darkness at this point.
yeah, I guess that like my question now that the body is all gone, all of the body questions relate directly to the darkness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're good.
I mean, I wanted a new customer, but also she asked me to dinner, which was kind of nice. Like that hasn't happened in a long time.
I have not been asked to dinner in like 15 years.
You know what? We should go to dinner sometime.
and just like a little like flashback or reminder that the doctor asks you to dinner every week.
It doesn't even like.
Yeah.
He goes, doctor. He just. She
like
is.
life.
She doesn't. She is just
Yeah.
joking. She does not mean it. That is what it is.
I know that you said just cigarettes, but liquid dinner? I've got something. It's good stuff.
Okay, well, we will see what
And
you
then-
have. Let's when we can listen to some tunes.
Yeah.
Pulls out like one of those tiny like boombox things that has like the really tiny tinny speakers and plays a tape of some calypso, because that's funny.
Because callback.
Steel drum.
So, let's. You
No,
know,
it's
you
a
know
tape
what?
of the Charmer, who's actually Louis Farrakhan. He was a calypso singer back in the 50s.
Nice.
Forget these eyeball eating fish. Let's go down to that damn river and look ourselves.
Yes, let me get my Kalishnikov.
You do that. I'm going to grab more liquid dinner, and this
Liquid
will be our
dinner.
dinner.
Yeah, so we're gonna get hammered.
The breakfast of Russians.
Grab an assault rifle. And Go down to the river.
Yes.
Yes.
That is what we do.
I
Like
believe you are rolling some dice on that one.
All right, and these are your dice to roll.
Rolling 4.
Why 4?
How many dice
I
does
don't
she
know.
roll?
I think we're checking out the darkness.
All right, so it's the 2 of you, so that's 2 dice.
2 dice.
And then 5 on the other side. I want to
Yes.
roll the 5.
You do it.
Hold on. Can I add another die?
You have to
With the-
spend 2 to do that, but then it will be permanent. So yes, absolutely. Thank you.
And I spend a die for a special item, which is the Kalishnikov.
Yes, you do.
Or
So
Chip?
yes,
Yeah.
for a special item, and
You
it's
said a
temporary.
die, and I was like, no,
sorry.
these are
Yeah.
mine.
So like it's a it's a surplus AK-47.
Yep. So you are rolling 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm rolling 5, correct?
Yes.
2 successes.
Whoa!
The
I
darkness
got
is
4.
strong,
I got
yo.
4 successes.
All
Damn.
right.
They're supposed to be evenly matched, damn it.
That was the idea, but apparently the dice had other ideas. Alexi
Alexi is
had
strong.
other ideas.
Oh
All right.
no, we run into Alexi.
So let us put 1 there.
Oh no, I
Okay.
shoot him.
All right.
And nothing happens.
He's
Oh,
mad.
don't shoot him. You'll just make him mad.
Okay. Yes, and that will be the manifestation of the darkness at this moment. Would you please put down angry river beast on there
yeah.
too? He's an angry river beast, isn't he?
I pat you your angry eyes just in case.
Look, I'm a Picasso.
You guys saw him.
I don't get it.
Yeah, we went to go shoot off his Kalishnikov towards the river while we had looked at dinner. It's fine.
More dick jokes, really? Oh, sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Sorry.
Always.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a very nice dinner.
Well, we shot it all over Alex's chest and face and,
And
down
it just
his throat.
made him
And it
mad.
just made him mad.
I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when your vodka is subpar.
Oh, we got hit by vodka dick.
Wait, I want to spend a token for good vodka.
I'm gonna.
Um,
We'll see what
I believe
happens.
it's your scene now. Now that you've shot.
Okay, so it's my scene.
Now that
Yes,
you've
and
pissed off the
you've
river
got
beast.
a pissed off river beast that
Okay.
you shot at and did not
So
get
the
any
audience
weaker.
just finally the reveal of the river beast.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It's not slowing down. It's,
So-
Usually like big swamp monster.
I was
Okay.
thinking creature
So
from
I
the
want to
Black
do
Lagoon-ish,
something now.
Please.
Not slowing down.
please.
That's
So
but like communist.
the rifle,
And
it does
Topsy, a little
nothing.
Topsy, creature from the
Throw it to the
Lagoon.
ground. Grab the bottle of whiskey that she was holding, and make a Molotov cocktail
So you had the same idea as I did.
and throw it at
Oh, you see now you want to spend the point
Vitaly. I
for
want to
that.
spend the point because at the very least there will be fire, and that will get people's attention.
Yeah.
Good old fire. Nothing wrong with fire.
As players will always do, solve it with fire.
Yeah, we became murder
When,
hobos
when
that light shit
all
on
else,
fires.
when all else,
It took us
namely
till Act
when
two.
guns fail,
light it on
solve it
fire.
with fire.
All right, take your Molotov cocktail.
All right, Molotov cocktail now.
All right, so throw it if you're throwing it.
All right, I
Kill
am
the
throwing
thing!
All right, so it is 1, 2, 3. Oh, you spent 1, 2, so it's 4 again
it. Mm-hmm.
because you're now at a max of 2.
Cool.
So
So
You
it's
guys are all.
Do you want me to use those?
I
or-
feel
here's
like
the-
I should not be the one rolling again.
Oh, I think you should.
Are you gonna roll the bat? The bad?
You
Don't
should-
do it! Don't roll
Roll.
this.
4 successes.
Roll against the darkness. Oh.
3 successes.
All right,
Yes.
so take one off of it. All right.
One down,
It's
pass
like
it
the
around.
guilt induction here when things
So-
go.
How many?
That's why when I'm GM, I
you
like
got
have
to take
players
one
roll.
off because you got
for
1
me.
over 3.
Because he had 3 successes,
Yeah.
and there were, I'm sorry, was
You
it
had
4?
4.
Yeah, 4
He
successes.
Four
had
successes
4 and
over.
I had 3.
Yeah,
Oh, so
so
it was 1 more than that. Cool.
So one of
So
these
one
goes away.
less on,
Yes.
on
Yes.
the darkness.
okay.
We're rolling against the darkness.
Yeah, we're attacking it.
So
With Molotov cocktails.
what I'm also hoping is that the fire will be bright enough for like maybe somebody in a
What
police
was
station to see.
It's adorable.
But
I don't
regardless,
know. I'm excited.
we are fleeing like this area,
This time.
and hopefully my place doesn't burn down, but my place probably burns down.
It's all right.
I don't know if I
Or
can-
we,
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
it's
it was
fine
4
for now.
successes. I feel like
That
4
was the time,
successes.
and it was super cute.
No, you did great. You
All right.
knocked,
Have someone
and
give it.
and also because
Oh,
you know you decided to purchase it as an item, so you still have the item until we basically say, "Nah, that's gone." So it's not just one gone and
Yeah.
wasted.
So it's all the alcohol you have. We have Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, I have a lot of alcohol.
As you open your coat,
We light them with the illegal cigarettes.
Yeah.
Even better.
They're just like
so
fucking
good.
smoking. They just light the Molotov cocktail. And fucking
We are
throw
a
it.
good communist.
we are best communist, and you like take a drag, burning Jerry right in there. For the good of all.
All right. What do you do?
So I am going to I'm gonna say that this takes place like we've left and we're going back to my house, but I'm gonna spend to keep you the 3 of us together.
Sure. Okay.
cool.
So do I spend 1 or 2?
Just one.
And then we're gonna see the fire.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the smoke
Yeah.
and like a weird green gaseous
yeah.
ooze, like Swamp gas.
Sure.
We're gonna see some swamp gas.
Sure, it was refracting off of the swamp.
And so, and I'm gonna be like,
I know. I just
this is
spritzed all over.
All right.
nothing about this could be good.
All right. So let's roll our 3 against the 5. You want to do it with yours?
Thank
Be
you.
my guest.
So this is 30.
Against-
Wait, would it be? So there are 3 of us to go. Okay.
Yep. And we're chasing after what we're seeing is like the river beast, going down the.
Do we need to roll the?
somebody needs to roll the
the
5.
opposition. So not
don't
those,
roll
not those,
those.
not those. Use those.
Roll the darkness.
I would put them back, maybe.
I know.
Probably. I got 1 success.
2 successes.
Oh, why is it when I'm rolling for myself, it's
you?
like it
I
fails?
I guess it's like weird payback, but I'm sorry.
I mean, like, I'm not really, but it. So
All right.
we run back and.
So what's the cost here? So what do we want to be the manifestation? So we see the river beast, and it's definitely Alexei. So
Yeah.
And he's hideously deformed,
yes.
and also now like half burned, and super super angry.
Oh, well, since you mentioned it earlier, yeah, so now the caravan is on fire because the manifestation of it being.
Because he's gone
Not
to
your
chase
home.
y'all down, and he has set your house on fire.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Suck it down! Suck it down!
Chug, chug,
can't
chug,
do
chug, 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 chug. You also hit the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hit the keyboard.
Are you
I
new?
actually didn't hit that bad. No, I can't.
You're new, aren't you?
It's a secret. But
You're new around here.
yeah.
God,
Oh, character sheet.
That's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Everything is on
It
here.
adds flavor
I can't
to
swallow
the
that
flavor
fast.
text. It's
Well,
like
yeah.
a Lonkavation.
So I'm
You
sorry.
lick it and it
Oh
tastes
my
like
God.
beer.
And the
Vitaly, your whole-
snozberries taste
your
like
whole-
beer! That would be great. It's like,
Oh
what
my
do
God.
snozberries taste like? Beer?
It's, oh, sorry about that, Mac. Yeah, that was quite sloppy and wet and all over my glasses.
Are we
Okay.
going back there? Are
Yeah.
we not doing phrasing anymore?
What was the
know,
thing
right?
happened?
We're
Like-
always doing phrasing.
I feel like phrasing was so 2018.
Yeah, I got some weird sloppy seconds off that character sheet.
Yeah, she did. I'm sorry.
Now it's just back to just like straight up.
This doesn't happen with demigods. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Have
Sure.
you met us?
I'm sorry. Go on. Please continue.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
You're right. You're right.
I don't know,
In
you said-
demigods, we just blink
When
everything.
we got too scared of my beer,
Your beer.
my beer's head.
The beer
Steady,
gave
steady,
Gina some
steady,
Yeah.
steady.
You said you had a great idea. Because we were like, how is this going to manifest itself with the
Oh, well,
negative?
It was the caravan's
Yeah,
on
the
fire.
caravan's on fire.
The
Yeah.
caravan is on fire.
No. Yes.
Okay, sorry about your caravan.
Because
I
he
got beer
is
in
the
my
It's all right. It's
god.
gonna get destroyed anyway.
I mean, the storm was going to come, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
no longer going to
That's
be.
right. It's
Yeah.
burning in the rain. I love that. That's
You
like
went
some
on, like,
serious stuff.
Wizard
Like,
of Oz or something.
Holy
the stuff
shit.
I sell, I do not fuck around with this shit.
Yeah, it's like 190 proof.
And I love it because I get to sit there like the dumbass law officer going, where did all this illegal alcohol come from? And everybody,
Like,
I don't know.
The monster! It brought booze.
So I guess that's the end of my scene.
yeah, I think it's Gina's turn.
I know.
I
got stuff all over
I
my
hope you,
glasses, though.
sister of my heart, I hope you fare better.
I know, I do too. Especially after my beer disaster.
Beer's aster.
Beer disaster? Beer disaster.
Okay.
I've brought shame upon my family.
For yourself and generations to come.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Yeah. We still see, though, so we're going to get. We still see the fire. So
Oh,
it's not
yeah.
that we don't succeed at that. There was just a little disastrous element to
A little bit, a bit, you could say.
So
Yeah.
we get up on that river, and like as far as Elena can drive, all up in that river.
All right.
And
No,
as far as
no.
Lena can drive
I
to
got
the
something
river.
on deck if that goes bad. So go
And
ahead.
then, so we're gonna run down towards the fire and where the green gaseous
To
stuff is, like
to reach out to your brother? Okay. So it's the three of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I don't know if we.
Yes. Dice.
All right, roll your 3.
Okay. I'm telling them they did good. These are my A3. Okay.
1 success.
I don't know what that is.
That is a 1.
Oh, that's a terrible one. I have 1 success.
Okay,
also.
so that was a tie. So,
Okay.
all right, so let's take 1 off of the darkness because
Just take one of the 6s.
if that had failed, I was going to say that a river caught on fire.
Oh.
It still might.
Swamp gas. Swamp gas.
It could.
All right, so
Yeah.
so you're wanting to like confront your brother who is like now monstrous and all of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's in the scene?
All right, so that's that was the 3 of us right there. Okay. Let's see here. So that's mine. And this is the second round here. So let's
Make it
second
count, people.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what would be the most entertaining.
Probably if I pour another beer, we could see. That would be funny. It didn't really get. It only got a tiny bit of the bottom. It's still
Gives a
wet.
character.
You know what?
You know what? Somebody should like.
No, we don't know what. Please tell us.
I think that
Chicken butt?
Yeah.
and you know where? Down by the river. Oh, I forgot. Sailor Jerry's talking. I'm sorry. I realized that wasn't from you. Sailor Jerry spoke up. Thanks. That's fine.
I want
Jerry
a
has a sense of humor of a
Yeah.
12-year-old boy. I mean, 12 might be a little generous.
Okay. You know, I'm a police officer and I'm armed and I don't like your brother that much, so I think I'm probably going to fire at him.
That's fair.
I'm angry. I'm armed.
And I'm going to spend my last one on that. So I have the 3. Okay. Go for it. 2 successes.
And 2
Two.
successes.
All right, I shoot your brother. And
Pew pew.
sorry.
In the face.
Well,
Not me.
he's hurt, obviously,
His creature face.
in his creature face.
Uh-oh. It's sad.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
don't like that.
You shouldn't
sad.
like that. I shot at your brother.
I know. And he's all looking like
Half
a
melty
creature.
All rivery and beastie and shit.
and on fire.
And yeah,
But he's in pain now.
But you've all shown up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are
She's
you-
been drinking her
Totally.
own stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think that the
So
scene
this has been method acting.
the scene is with
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's do her
so
up.
I think the scene is with Zoya.
Zoya.
And I think that this is a character scene. I think my character
Yeah.
is so drunk she's not paying attention to the darkness anymore. Give me a chip.
All right, why don't you have your little scene, guilting her out?
I like it.
Have dinner, she said. It'll be great.
You're hot, but my brother is shot in the.
Actually,
Oh, does that run in the family?
No.
Ooh.
Natasha,
Dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet.
I
He
had
didn't dodge a bullet, but I did.
I had a moment with you. I felt a connection, but I was here for my brother.
oh, you're not here.
What's happening?
So what?
I'm adding Vitaly.
You're adding Vitaly?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you don't need to because this is in this
Oh,
automatic scene.
second. Oh,
Cool.
is it?
Yeah, because
Never
this
mind.
is personal goal scene, so you don't need
Oh,
to do anything
cool.
for it.
Okay.
See, can you believe this? She's
What?
stood
Do you
me
see
up.
this is my brother? That I told you was missing. It is him.
What? That
I
thing?
like your
The thing
friend
on
very
fire?
much.
I don't know. I see two monsters here.
Are you looking at a mirror then?
I prefer not to take sides.
There are always sides.
Not if you're a good communist. But
Good communist is
mean-
like marble.
And then technically it is the side of the party and the side of everything else.
Yes.
I do not know what you're talking about me being a bad communist.
smoking the merchandise.
I purchased this.
Yeah, it
They
was
always
merchandise.
purchase them. Yeah.
Ah,
So
many monsters here. I don't know. Maybe this eye-eating one's better.
so eye-eating landfish is your brother.
That is Alexei. It is my brother. The
Did you do
government
this?
Did this.
Shoot him? Yes, I did.
What?
I shot
The
him.
government did this. They have experimented on him.
He's the
That's what
government.
I've been saying this whole time.
So, all right.
No
When
one
you say
believes
it-
me.
When you say it, it just sounds crazy.
Vitaly, it is not that we didn't believe you, but that I didn't want to give more ammunition for political officer Pushkin to take you away to never be seen again.
This is true.
My friend, I don't want to lose you.
Political officer Pushkin is more terrifying than this creature.
This is very nice, but what do you want the scene to be about?
What do
Wait,
I want
whose
to be at?
scene is
It's
this?
it's
My scene?
it is
thought we were
because
finishing
And this is how I find out? You tell me?
I had
Help
my
me,
scene and
help
I
you,
gotta,
help
I gotta
me,
check
help
for
you.
it because I was furthering my own
yeah,
story here because
that's what you
I
do.
got stood up.
What I would like the scene to be about is maybe getting away from the monster on fire.
So against the darkness.
So against the darkness.
Okay,
You're
so
attacking the darkness?
Because right now, well, I can't attack the event because I no longer have a home. So I would like to
You can
attack.
come to my home. My home is good.
all right, so right now your scene has been mostly with Gina, so because that's who you were talking about, the whole thing about getting away and talking about the brother. So it's unless you want to include Mac into the scenario.
Well, I have no more chips.
Now, the reason why that's wise is because
Dices.
Mac has 2 dice. So now instead of it being just the 3 dice, you're rolling 4.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Exactly.
So, if I use any of these things, like to help us get away from it, does that help?
Well, they're just items right now.
Oh, they're just items,
Yeah.
okay.
So 4 against 5, and oh yeah, that'll help you.
I got.
Shit. Oh my god.
I got 2.
I got 4.
This
Yay.
is this. I don't feel as bad anymore.
Okay.
Wow, yeah.
All right. So how?
Yay!
Alexei is holding his own.
All right. So let's just say that the river is on fire now.
Yeah!
Because there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Good.
It's like fantastic.
Yeah.
The swamp gas is gotten very bad today.
Yeah, that's what we do in Mouse. So, how's the swamp gas today? Yeah, it's not bad. It's all right. You know.
I don't know, I feel like you're suddenly
Who
Shrek.
knew? Who knew that the swamp gas was so flammable?
Me?
The person who lives by it down by the river.
The climate is changing. The permafrost is no longer perma.
Okay, so
Um,
doctor.
I am going to pull in. So I'm going to say that this scene is with Zoya, and that I am going to. You know, Alexei's really on fire, and you just shot him in the face. So I'm gonna go for my. I'm gonna go for my personal.
Personal,
goal.
which is
Doctrine?
to save
To
life.
save life.
That's right. So you're running, and we're all going, "What are you doing?"
I must save Alexei. I cannot bear to see him suffer.
Oh, that's
this
right, because you
way.
had a relationship with him.
I could never leave him this way.
Oh.
She's running towards the fire.
I'm running towards Alexei. I'm running towards the fire, and I'm going to attempt to.
They're
Look
not
him
mutually exclusive. They are
Okay, so-
both technically both on fire. You know,
Yes.
running towards the fire is the same. Actually, no. You could run to the caravan, which is also on fire,
Everything
or
is
the
on
river,
fire.
which is also on fire. But Alexei is the fire you've chosen to run to. That's
Yes.
fine. That's good.
And I'm going to.
Your former flame.
Yeah.
Oh!
My current flame.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna.
That hurt.
I'm gonna jump on Alexia. I'm gonna say.
That's not good. That's not friendly.
gonna,
that's not open hand. That's fist. That's like careful. Steady you.
I said nothing.
There was no gerunding happening.
All right.
But
Fisting. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. Let's just get it out.
Or in.
Again, I did not say it.
You did not.
Your scene.
Alexia, please, like, you must roll, my friend. Roll, my love.
Stop
my
it.
love.
Drop it and roll.
You're in a goddamn river.
I mean, he
Roll
has
around.
set fire to the river. He needs to roll.
Oh. Yeah.
Extinguish the flames, my love.
Like you did with my love.
Yes, yes.
Your scene, Gina.
There are more important things here than my
That's
fragile
awesome.
feelings.
Gina.
I know.
You don't even. You just don't know what to do on
No,
that.
I do. I have to go with my heart. I'm going to turn my literal back on my brother to grab Natasha and grab your shoulders and say,
Shoulders.
yes.
What?
I mean, it could also be upper arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It would be weird to go up her head.
It's somewhere in the
I
upper
believe in
chest
you. I always
But I won't
have.
say look at me because that's rude. Natasha, I felt something the moment I saw you. I came here for my brother. I needed to find out what happened to him. I've obviously found out what happened to him.
Yeah, that. I mean, are there any more at home like that?
No.
Because, ooh.
This is, we could ask, what is Officer Pushkin, political officer Pushkin, what has happened, but he was experimented on and became this thing.
Yeah, he's doing really well against those flames.
Natasha, shut up. I'm trying to kiss you. So it's like one of those, you just like keep, and she's trying to say, look, I will literally turn my brother, or my back on my brother because I felt a connection to you. I will take you away from all of this. I will stay here with you. There is something here, I know it.
You get half price on my merchandise.
I don't even know what that is, but that sounds sweet.
Trust me, it's a great deal.
May I kiss you?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're all going to die.
Face smashing.
Yeah.
Has everybody had two scenes?
Yeah, I think the darkness is going to
so.
win.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Alexi's gonna kill us all.
Yeah, sorry, I had
So,
All right.
by the way, I just did the math, and when we have 4 dice against 5, but we win ties, it's about even odds.
Yeah.
This is good.
You
to
had to
know.
bring the math into this.
I did.
I love that.
I did.
Okay.
Check out Happy Jack's RPG podcast for listening to Tappy talk about math.
Yeah.
I still like it's like a 20 minutes of my life that I just completely zoned out. I was like, they're gonna talk about math things.
Okay. So, let's do some counts here.
Okay.
So, where are we at? Because now it's the final. Okay. Confrontation. I'm not going to quote Europe. Event is at 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We totally ignored that.
Is at
It
5.
sets the Storm of the
Darkness
Century
is at
on
5.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward thing. All right, so let's count it up. So you have 1 die for your
Okay.
you have 1.
I guess I'm a little confused.
Well, hold on.
because-
We're going to count this up in a
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
Is it just
One.
because we have one because we're one person?
Yeah, well, for right now,
Okay.
you have 2
Yeah.
and you have 1 and I
Okay.
have 1.
How is that?
Yeah.
It's basically like the
Yeah.
basic pool of like when you were forming resolution pools, right? So
Oh,
Why
so I
does-
have one. I have one good one.
well, no, we're
So
talking about overall for right now. We're talking
But
about
like,
overall
why
right now.
does why does Mac have 2?
Because she spent them 2 earlier in the game to
I didn't get to use the dice for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I spent 2 earlier
Yeah.
for
Oh.
for
That would have been
I
smart to
spent
do.
mine
I
when
should have
I
done
know,
that
I'm
instead
like-
of this.
I'm like, I've got all these character points.
Don't
but,
worry.
Like,
Don't worry.
But you didn't get to spend them when you were resolving initially, so you held on to
it
them.
like banked them.
Well, what
Ah,
what
right?
that means is like if you and I were in a scene after you did that, so instead of it being roll of 2, it's a roll of 3.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a permanent because you spent the character points to do
Oh,
so.
see, I did that twice.
I
I did it earlier to have 3 of us in one scene.
That's different.
Oh, that's
okay.
different. Yeah.
So what is this?
This is for,
Yeah.
basically, I have 1, you have 1, Pooja has 1, Tappy has 1, she has 2. All right. Basically, what we're trying to do is resolve the last scenes here. Okay. So the point being, all right.
I just don't understand where they come from, and I
No,
just want to know for a game size.
so we're just wondering,
Yeah.
like, why
Yeah.
specifically she has 2. She spent
Yeah.
2, but spent 2 for what? And
She
how
spent
did
2
that happen?
earlier was it in Act 1?
I think it was Act 2.
Okay, in the beginning of Act 2, she took 2 of her character points, said, I'm spending these 2 to get a permanent die added to.
Oh, see, we didn't know we could do that.
No. Yeah, that's brilliant.
But don't worry about that part, because if you have the character points now, you can spend them. Don't worry
Okay.
about that. So
Cool.
you have 2?
No, that's good to know.
I mean, technically
Yeah.
I have 3, so I'm
so-
hoping that I can use this
Should
it
one
put
on
that
the
in the
back?
uses for character.
All right, so
oh, yeah, because
does anyone else have any left?
No, I,
Yeah.
I blew all of mine on
Okay.
guns and
So 2.
and,
So you
and
could
booze.
basically hand it to her as well.
Cool.
Combine.
Our
Okay.
powers combined.
Oh, give
2.
us more dice.
And then
We
I
are
have
commissar
3.
planet.
Where'd that come from?
We will put in communal
combine.
dice.
Okay, great. All right.
Hey.
All right. So,
So we did
I
communal.
approve of this plan.
Endorsed by political officers.
5, okay,
Oh man, I want political officer Pushkin coming to every
9,
I
5.
know.
Okay,
I was thinking the same.
so,
I just show up.
Hi everybody.
so hold on. Hey, that's Officer Pushkin.
Hey,
So how many black chips do we have? 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. The reason.
Also, okay.
Okay, now hold on a second.
Yeah.
So, what we need to do, okay, we need to separate the total amount of dice that we have, which is 9, because it's 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 9.
Well, actually, that would be because the 2 of us together, then one of us would have 3, so it would be 10, wouldn't it? So it would be like, say,
Oh, was it 10? Because I thought you.
because
That's
I
right.
spent 2
Nope,
and
you're-
then we
Yes, sir.
spent
Oh,
2.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Math.
that added 1.
Right. So you're at a total of 3. Yep. So you're at 3. You're at 2. You're at 2. 1. 1. Yeah. So.
I didn't actually know that was 10. I just added 1 to the count that he already had.
And you know what? It worked.
It did, man.
Actually,
Trust.
3, 2, that's 5. We're 2. That's 2. That's 4. So 5 plus 4 is 9.
Well, 3 to
No,
5. You have 3 as well?
Yeah.
So 3,
Oh.
3.
Then it is 10. There you
So you
go.
gave me
All
one
right.
And I spent 2 chips.
Okay.
Right.
I was like, I need better counters.
Yeah,
for
you
this.
had it.
No worries. Okay.
No, I mean, seriously, I literally just added 1 to his number.
All right. So 3, 5. Would you hand me those 2? No, those dice. Yep. Okay.
I know you're smart. I didn't even. If Mac wouldn't have said quick, my brain was just going. It's
Do it, 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 do it.
Duck Magnum. Okay. So this is the pool of dice that we have. Okay.
You should keep your Buffington.
okay.
So right now we need to split this between 2 pools. All right.
Okay.
One pool is what we do to succeed with the event. The other pool is what we use to combat the darkness. Can you hand me the event dice, please?
So the event dice are
Already
good.
at +2. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So what
So
do we
how
roll against for
many-
the event?
Yeah, like, what's the
Okay.
opposition pool for the
The
event?
black chips.
Oh.
And there's
So-
3 of those.
Okay.
So
but
that
we
would-
have 2 dice that can only be used to combat the event.
Yes. Or to hold the event, to be successful with the event.
Okay.
So we have 3 dice in the opposition pool for the event because we have 3 black chips.
Correct?
Okay.
And then we've already got 2 dice in the event pool, so we can say
I did
Do
4,
math.
Would
4
you hand me
versus 3. If you
those 5,
win
please?
ties, is probably a
Yep.
pretty good
You want
bet.
these 5?
Yes, please.
Okay.
5 versus 3,
Here comes
you're almost
the
definitely going to win.
darkness.
Okay.
So,
so we
how many do we have? 9?
10.
We have 10.
Yes.
So let's, if we put 3 in there, we'll have 7. 7 versus 5 is kind of a gamble.
Well,
but
we
I
don't
leave
need
it to
to
you.
because we actually have 12 then because we have 2
Yeah.
in the event pool.
That's what I was saying, is put 3 into here. Or
So that makes 5
this
versus
will
3.
This will definitely, well, not definitely win, but this is very likely to
Yeah.
win. But this versus this is not quite so likely. This,
It will when I roll
it
it.
will probably.
Yeah.
This will probably do okay, and this will probably do okay.
Okay,
So,
let's do. Do we want to
Yeah.
do Do we want to survive the storm only to die at the hands of Alexei?
No.
Which I think is very poetic.
But I think we want to
Right?
die. We want to survive Alexei to die in the storm.
in the storm.
Even better.
Yeah.
True.
It's kind of true.
It's so very.
It's like
So,
we totally
I'm-
vanquish him, and then all of a sudden the
I'm okay with
environment
any
is
of
like,
these failing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I will let you guys choose who rolls what.
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
roll
fuck with this.
for Alexi because I've been rolling crap. Mostly.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
I had 2 successes.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
All right. So So now let's see if this works.
This one's a nail
So
biter.
this is the storm.
Yep.
And I'm gonna roll for the storm.
Okay.
You
Okay.
should
And
Gina, you
Gina's,
roll
gonna-
that.
Gina's gonna roll for
Oh,
us.
I'm a little scared of that.
do it.
Me
We
too.
should spread out the good guys.
You want me
No,
to
no,
help?
no,
Yeah. Do you want red or blue?
Uh-uh.
blue?
No, you
No,
do it.
no,
We
no,
already
no,
did
no,
ours.
no.
You do yours.
Are you sure?
1,
No.
2.
We're not.
We're
We're
helping.
helping.
1,
We're
2, 3.
See.
2
See?
successes.
See? We each did one.
2 successes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yay!
All right.
Nicely done.
We're so. We just barely squeaked through.
Yeah, we did.
All right. So the
Like
question is, okay, how do we bring down Alexei? Because
Yeah,
it's your
how
brother.
did-
I'm going to let you lead the
yeah,
group.
yeah.
No, I'm wondering if like, because you're trained to heal, but I wonder if you
The
actually
power
do
of
the-
love healed him.
No, like,
Oh.
you put him out of his like you euthanize
I'm gonna.
him.
I was about to
Yeah.
say like I
you
run
do
to
love him.
Alexei and like I'm gonna say that I'm like Alexei, you must seize this suffering of all like, and I tackle Alexei to the bank of the river,
Which
and
is
we roll on the floor together in this frantic like
It's total from here to
it's like
eternity.
an embrace, but like also a struggle.
Yeah.
And you can feel the sexual tension.
With
yeah.
the river beast.
The river beast.
You can feel it.
Sorry, I love Swamp Thing. Road.
Shape
What
of
can I say?
Water, produced by Happy Jacks.
Like, but so eventually, like, but what? It's like so we kind
You're
of come
doing
to a
the
stop.
river dance with two backs.
Like
River beast
when
with
it
two
comes down
backs.
to it, I'm like, Alexei, we cannot lose everyone. Like,
Yeah.
we must move on into the future together as a town.
Okay.
And the scalpel from my bag.
You use a scalpel, or are you going to use the Kalishnikov, which he actually created instead?
I was gonna use the scalpel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, use that.
I would still love it if you love it. I love you so much.
It's not alien.
No,
It's
it's
like it's
beautiful
an
moment.
intimate like
It is.
close,
It's almost
like
yeah.
I'm like I'm cupping his burned face
Yep.
with one hand and I am slitting his throat
That's
with
what
the
I'm
other.
It's like if that scene in Game of Thrones was actually like full of pathos
Yeah.
and meant
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, because it's like he almost succumbs a little bit to be able to allow you to overcome him. But
Yeah.
I love that.
It's like we have
Yeah.
a connection. He feels that connection, and it's like, but I must choose the town.
Yes.
All right.
Like
And after you've cut his throat,
the storm of the century.
the river beast, Alexei, as he's dying, his dying words are, "I still love you." Oh, pull on them! Pull on them!
Those babas! Russian tragedies.
That's awesome.
My blood stains the snow.
It's like the middle of summer.
Yeah.
It's Russia. It is always cold in Siberia.
And while that's occurring, we're putting out the fire of your caravan.
Or
you let that burn.
No,
pouring.
there's bullets in there. I'm not
yeah.
putting that thing out.
You're like, let it be.
No. Those will cook off and hurt.
I sling an R around Vitaly and just offer the bottle that I've been drinking out of that's not on fire.
Yeah. See,
Oh, okay.
alcohol.
No, that's fine. Hey, where did you get that? Isn't that illegal?
It's safe down. You want?
It's not mine. I found it.
In the river.
Yeah.
It's
She's
keeping
an
cold.
excellent
Do you want some?
Yeah. And that's game. Right there. We did it.
Yeah, we did
Yeah, it's like the ending of the thing,
Yay.
except not everybody dies.
Or will we?
I know.
This time.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. Do we see, like, the doctor looks up and then it's got that total 80s, her eyes flash and there's yellow in them or something, where it's like, wait, what?
The end of fucking
'Cause
Thriller
they-
all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly.
So this was your first story game. What'd you think, Pooja?
Oh man, Tom called Malice. It was a lot of fun. I had a
Fantastic.
great time.
Yeah.
Gina,
My
what'd you
heart
think?
is broken.
No, it was what I thought it would be and even better. So, and having gone through it once, like, the mechanics aren't going to be that tricky to be able to engage. It's just, I think we were missing a couple things initially. But so, some of us who hadn't played before, but it was a load of fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Even without like,
No.
I mean, even with just playing it from the hit
Yeah,
mechanics
right?
wise, it was a lot
No,
of fun.
absolutely. Like, not even.
Also, this idea that we're like, I love each of us playing the other NPCs.
Yes. It made me want to bring them in.
I really
again,
wanted
though.
to be security officer.
Me too.
Miss Misha Vastel.
That's what when we went to the last scene and we were down at the river, I was like, I kind of want to pay a coin
Just to bring
like
that
to have
NPC.
the security officer have been driving home and she's there.
They're
and-
wearing red.
yeah, yeah.
You have
Killed
to go
by a
to-
monster.
But I wanted my. It is fun. I enjoy the aspect of these games, and I think this game did this really well, where you do kind of have to weigh the, like, if as a player you know the metagame in your head, you know how to, but that you do want those character moments too, so that you're like, fuck it, I want the character moment,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun to see someone else play the stranger too, because the motivation on the stranger can be so vastly different.
Oh, for sure.
And like, I think when I played, I was half awake, but I think I ended up being like weird like CIA agent or something, and so I
Oh, I
was
could
in the
see that.
town
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
helping
former government
investigate.
agent, yeah. And actually,
I did love like
Yeah.
how crazy these relationships got. Like,
Yeah.
sister of my heart. I want nothing but the best for you.
It kind of got like a little soap opera-y in the best way.
So, yeah.
Like Dark Shadows.
Yes.
Yes.
Not the movie.
Well,
No.
no.
There's a movie.
The-
No.
no,
No.
what,
Yeah,
what
no,
did
there's
you
not.
think,
La, la,
Cappy?
la.
I have a lot of fun. I mean, the one thing that I like about story games like this is that they give you a focus of where to go.
Yeah.
Like the beats of this, the whole sort of pillars. It's in a way in my head, it's almost kind of like a storyboard game,
A little
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it feels
where
that way.
where
Yeah.
you are, and it's so
Companion's Tale.
it's more of just like, you know, having a lot of fun with everybody, as opposed to like more traditional role-playing games. There's sometimes like individual goals of people, or that feeling of winning
Right.
in individual like scenes, as opposed to this. I mean, you just win every time because you're having a boatload of fun.
Yeah, and actually,
Even if you all
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
and that has happened.
But like,
I mean, it could easily have gone another way. Like,
Yeah.
we were close to getting
Yeah.
trounced by
Yeah.
the storm. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if we had, in a way, if we had chosen fewer character beats
yeah,
and gone
Oh,
more
yeah.
for roles,
yeah.
we
and
would have.
rolled like I did.
And like
Then-
resolved relationships instead of saying I want a character beat, but no, instead I'm going to resolve that black chip I still have
Right.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a different.
Right.
Like,
But there definitely is like that board game kind of meta game with
a little
it.
bit. Yeah, and it's
Um,
fair. I mean,
which
because it
should
doesn't
be.
need to
I
get
mean,
too-
otherwise you're just you know, telling a story together, which is
Yeah.
fine. But
Yeah, no,
this
but I
gives you
like
like a focus and a thrust to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
like
and
that through line of, like, okay, well, here are the beats that we're going to hit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I would love to see is, like, because it is fun to like tell a story in this amount of time that we've had and like and sit down, but I would love to see what happens over a longer playthrough of it.
Sure.
Where it's like, oh, what if you did like 4 sessions?
Well,
Or you
and
had like
yeah,
mini
we did mention that
resolutions
it can be
and
where
stuff like that.
Well, and this, yeah, because this could go on because there was a government
sure.
cover up where, so there are things that can still happen where you could actually have Act 1, Act 2, the next session, and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like if there's a ton of like things on the body, but then that ends up being a ton of things like on the
darkness.
On the darkness.
Yeah.
And then the event just is different.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting.
And we do talk about the fact that you can do it where, and actually what happens is that if you decide to continue, it's like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to expand on it. Is everybody going to stay the same role? If you are, then you get an additional character point.
You could actually pick up an NPC for the next session.
Oh, that would be fun. Where it's like
That's
you
actually
treat
really
them like
fun.
episodes of a series.
Episodic.
Well, the example of that would be It, where the first act of it is one game session, and then the second act is the second game session. And I've been talking. Okay, Home by Dark, which is the system that this started with, is based off of things like E.T., Stranger Things, 80s kids on bikes kinds of scenarios where you find something magical, and then you're trying to protect it from the forces that would want to control it, like government or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that came up during the Kickstarter was, is there a way you can do both? And I talked with Jason. So we're wanting to, once the actual book comes out, to say, okay, we're playing this as kids in the scenario using his mechanics for how the kids build up their relationships, but you're dealing with the darkness, and then potentially do it the second round as the adults and going from that.
Well, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the other cool thing about this is that it allows a lot of different types of scenarios. And one of the ones that I've done at the local Strategicon was the space station, and that's the one where it becomes a cross between Alien and Outland, where everybody's on a mining colony and what have you. But the other one that I was wanting to try to do, and we'll see if we can finish it up, is Jaws fits in nice on this too, where the event is the Memorial Day weekend or the 4th of July weekend, but we're still a small town, but the shark is the darkness, and those are the kinds of scenarios it plays out.
Because you and I talked about, like, I love, like, the Nordic noir stuff, and so I didn't know that there was a darkness element in here, but it plays so well with those. Like, have you guys seen shows like Wallander or Shetland or Hinterland?
Fortitude was a very heavy influence for it, and Dark from Netflix.
I mean,
This is
I've never even heard of any
watched
of
the
these shows.
original Wallander, and like
You
because
like
it's
Fortitude.
a detective,
You really would.
It's a detective story,
But they're
like it's a Swedish thing, and it's
kind of
very
bleak.
like it's very
You ever seen Broadchurch?
nihilistic.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really bad with
Broadchurch,
shows.
too.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Broadchurch is
Shetland is so
a
good.
British show, detective. I mean, the thing that all of these have in common is like
Yes.
you're solving these murders.
Yeah.
But, like, or the main characters are solving these murders, and like it doesn't matter. Life is still terrible.
Well, what's actually really cool about it?
The darkness in them is a human
I'm down
element
with
though,
that.
versus supernatural because they're.
Yeah,
there's-
the thing that happens is for these Scandinavian detective shows is that it's like, a dead body's found in episode 1, but they are investigating it and dealing with it through the entirety of the season, as opposed to, we solved this in one episode and then we move
Because
on.
there's a
So
through-
things like Broadchurch or things like The Killing,
Yeah.
everybody's affected because it's a small
Or if
town.
you look
So
at like the Irish like detective stories, like
Yes.
there's a lot of like if you look at the like Tara French's novels, they have that same like there's a through line in each of her novels that is a murder that needs to be solved. But meanwhile, like the actual like main character is falling the fuck apart.
Yeah, exactly.
And at the end, like the murder may be solved, but also this person's life is irrevocably changed, and usually not for the better.
that's
And like it's the same with
Yeah.
the Jack Taylor series. Like
Yes.
Jack Taylor is like that's another Irish. He's a PI. He used to be a member of Garda, but like the
I love Jack Taylor.
I
love
fucking
that.
really good.
love that series. But like he's he's a drunk and he's addicted to pain pills and
That-
like everyone around him gets hurt because
That's
he's
the
such a
thing that
failure at life.
You just said that I didn't realize was a commonality with all these shows is that the protagonist is fucked.
Yeah.
But the other
I
thing
can
that's
relate to that.
interesting is that
I mean, it's really great for a little bit, but like, be careful of like binging stuff like Jack Taylor.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh,
for
it's
mental health.
dark.
I can't watch too
They're
much
dark.
Hinterland. I love Hinterland.
I love
But
Hinterland.
my God,
Yeah.
it's like after a while you just want to like put on a
Wallender's the
British
same
baking
way.
show and like
Yeah.
be happy, people.
Well, and the
be
other
happy.
thing you guys brought up that's interesting because it's a little Twin Peaksy is that I think the characters all have, and this is definitely something Broadchurch does.
Yeah.
There's something going on with characters that you don't really realize, and it doesn't mean they're all criminals or that they've all done, but they all seem suspect in some way at some point. Because
Everybody's got their own
there's-
agenda.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Broadchurch especially,
Yeah.
which is the David Tennant one.
Mm.
Or you've got like
Yeah.
white. Wait, is that not Broadchurch?
No, it
That's
is Broadchurch. I was
Broadchurch.
trying
Oh,
to
and
remember
then-
the American version of it, which he
It
also was in.
Church.
No.
They were
There was a BBC version, and then there was an
Yeah,
American
they were
version.
called the same thing.
They were called the same thing with the same lead actor. Yeah.
Wow, that's not confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he just
know,
did.
right?
He did an
But there was
American
also
accent
like there was a Swedish Wallander, and then
Yeah.
there was an
Yes.
American/British Wallander with
Kenneth
Kenneth
Branagh.
Branagh.
Right.
Yeah.
Which still took place in Sweden.
Yeah,
but
it
they
was
were.
really weird.
But
yeah,
they
that
had all
was weird.
British.
But it was
Yeah.
all British people.
Well,
But then you've
Tom-
also got like
Yeah.
what was the one, the Jack the Ripper one? It's not Jack the Ripper. It's set in Whitechurch.
Oh, it's called
Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
Well,
Yeah.
there's Whitechapel. That is the one that's set in modern day Whitechapel.
Oh, you're thinking
and
of Ripper
then
Street.
there is Ripper Street.
Ripper
thank
Street,
You.
yeah.
That is set in. I watched those like
We
back
watched
to
all the
back.
same.
It was really weird. So there's Whitechapel that is set in modern day London in that neighborhood.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the first arc of murders is a Jack the Ripper's
Yeah.
copycat, and then there's Ripper Street, which is set right after the Ripper murders
Yeah.
in Whitechapel neighborhood. It's got,
And that
who
stars
is that
Jerome
guy?
Flynn from Game of Thrones, the one who plays Bronn.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
there's no cure for being a cunt. You know, that guy. He
Yeah.
plays,
Yeah.
you know, he actually, you watch his career, but like a detective, and he's like the kind that you would imagine being like, yeah, we'll beat him. We'll beat the truth out of him. Like,
And then there's
oh,
the
my
American.
Yeah.
And, like there's all kinds of. Actually, Jack Taylor stars the guy with the stone hand
Ian
from
Glenn?
Game of Thrones. Yes.
Yeah.
Ian Glenn.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot. There's a lot of British and especially the Norwegian
Yep.
detective shows that have a undercurrent. British, Irish especially,
Yes.
and then if you look at Korean dramas, not the love stories. Though even the love stories have like a fatalistic bent.
Yeah.
But like if you look at the Korean dramas, they also there's some like inevitability of darkness going on through a lot of stuff that I've seen anyway.
The
I
other
would hope it's not everything.
the bridge
That
also
sounds something
played
like
into
I
this
was
as well, where the bridge where it was, and also the American version where it always starts with the body that causes all the problems. You know, so
Yeah.
that's why it's like nope,
Yep.
has to have a body because
Second bodies.
and then
Well, like,
Twin
it's a-
Peaks
it's a-
played
it's
in
a-
very easily
yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
event. It's the event that
Yep.
happens. Like I know we have a thing called the event, but it's the inciting. It's the catalyst. You know?
Yeah.
And then that's the whole point of it. So,
Yeah.
and also to say, we are working through our issues with BackerKit, but this will be available for pre-order hopefully this week.
Oh.
Oh,
Awesome.
well, you know what'd be
About that.
interesting is like I know that. I mean, we call it the body, but like if you really wanted to take it an extra level, like into more of the weird. I mean, I guess it technically could also be the artifact.
That's
Uh-huh.
you know, their artifact is actually something that plays a lot more into to Home by Dark. But what's interesting about artifact is that when we did this for the Rainbow Coalition, the Rainbow Rescue, Rainbow Railroad. Thank you.
Yeah.
So everybody was really going in cold on it, but you know, I was fascinated how quickly Stork jumped into that one. He really loved that, and the fact that it's like, oh well, we have a myth of like the vampires here, and you're thinking, where the hell did that come? And he's like making it all into the mythology and all of it, and it just kind of played in. So the artifacts became part of the things that were created to fight the darkness, and that's something that happens a lot where it's like, okay, this may have a use, this may not, but this is something that will have a point. And it's also potentially, if the darkness succeeds, that item could have a problem later. So there are elements to that, definitely.
Totally.
Cool.
Well.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
I liked it
Yeah,
a lot.
this was great. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You
We
bet.
did it!
Yeah, thank you so much for running it. And
And wait, Happy Jacks. You can
Yeah.
find us on Happy Jacks RPG, and also Twitter and Twitch.
Yep.
And you can find Monkey Fun Studios on Twitter and No, we don't
Yep.
have a Twitch. Thank God. But we do have an Instagram. We have a Facebook. We used to have.
Do you have a
Plus.
MeWe?
We did for a while, but I didn't care for
It's
it.
pronounced Mayway.
Anyway.
Moe. Moe.
And our website, monkeyfunstudios.com. So thank you very much. And if you're interested, reach out to us. And thanks again.
yeah. Anybody else want to plug?
Want to plug?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shows.
Definitely check out 12-Sided Stories.
Yeah.
Which I'm a part of.
Yeah.
And we're wrapping up Otherworld London. The episodes are coming out, and we're also recording right now for release our next mini-series, which is a Discworld GURPS game.
Ooh, GURPS. Speaking of math.
Girth.
Yeah, so
Oh,
check
I'm
out
sorry.
12-Sided Stories.
Yeah! Sorry.
Math.
Speaking of math, on Wednesdays you can check out The Autumn People, where I use all of the splats from Chronicle of Darkness, which means it's too much math for even me. And I throw out the rules, and then we have a lot of fun.
Oh, that's right. I have a show too.
Also,
Yeah.
I was
like
gonna
there's
say.
some great artwork.
You're good at this.
Yeah.
There's some great
You
artwork.
know, you ought to
coming
go
out
into
from
PR and
Minerva.
marketing.
Yeah, there's some great artwork coming out that will be finished soon.
She's coloring the next two pieces on Monday.
Nice.
And you
But
can
yeah,
find her on This Is Minerva at Blue Troller, right?
Yes.
On Twitter
And Twitch.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also run a show on Happy Jacks, but I'm dumb.
What's it called?
We've
What's
had
it
one
called?
episode. It's called The
It's
Seventh
new.
Veil,
Okay.
and it is a City of Mist game.
What nights?
It is on Monday nights, every other Monday. It's coming up on this coming Monday,
Cool.
after a brief break for reasons that I wasn't there for. So, oops.
For reasons.
For reasons.
For reasons.
And I've got tomorrow, for those of you who are watching live, and for those of you who are listening to the podcast later at some point, maybe at the same time you're listening to this, it'll be available, is the Demigods finale.
There you go.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have had an amazing campaign, like Monsoon Demigods. We've gone to the Scottish Isles and come back. We've kind of freed spoilers. We may have freed a, dragon chaos goddess. Whatever.
All right.
We gotta stop those druids. And so tomorrow will be our finale of that campaign, and then in 2 weeks we will have the amazing return of Traveler.
Oh, cool.
Yay.
Post fair.
Are you saying Druggies?
Druids.
Oh.
Like they're like
Druids.
bro druids.
Oh.
Like they're fake druids.
Awesome.
Druids.
Druids.
What about you, Gina?
They smell like Axe body spray.
We've got Kimmy's awesome calendar. I'll push up in a second, but on the opposite Mondays, they're still kind of mad at Mondays again now.
Yeah, there are.
Because we've got Adam's Changeling game that is just
The
getting off the
Clockwise
ground.
Court.
Yeah, Clockwise Court. And so City Mist is up this
Coming Monday.
coming Monday, and we're the Monday after that. And then just today, Happy Jack's Listener Con, Jacker Con started today.
Oh.
And it's going to run through June 29th. You can find out all sorts of cool information on jackercon.com.
What's up, Danger?
Yeah, What's Up Danger. All sorts of amazing games being run that folks can even sign up. I think probably still to run more, maybe in future days, but definitely to play. So you can also check that out on happyjacks.org. And then that's about it. Check out the calendar when it comes up, but all sorts of cool stuff coming up.
Oh, and hi, Tim. All right.
Aw,
Thank you.
Proby. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.